Good evening and welcome to the Viking Sports Network. We've got Friday Night Lights here from the Stone Castle in Bristol. Got a kind of a what's become a friendly rivalry, I guess. Because we've had some time in between games here with Tennessee High tonight hosting Science Hill for the first time in several years, I do believe. I'm your host, CJ Manahan, alongside Micah Kennedy. Micah, as the teams take the field here, Tennessee High is going to get the ball first. What are you looking for this evening?
I'm looking for a lot of spread offense going on, probably from both sides, especially how the last game ended for Tennessee High. They started airing it out a little bit. Jack Richardson finished with 3 touchdown passes in that game, and Science Hill, I do not know a lot about them, but what I do know is that they're one of the most feared programs probably in the area. I mean, outside of Dobbins-Bennett, who Science Hill usually beats in that game, but I mean, this is one where, kind of like last week, there's a lot of talk about this one, and they're playing those guys.
Yeah.
But, hey, last week, Vikings played great. If they could channel some of that and start off hot right here, we may have a ball game again.
All right. Ball is in the air and is going to trickle into the end zone. Kickoff there by number 37. That is Carter Lockman for Science Hill as Tennessee High takes the field. I was thinking very similarly to what you're talking about, Micah. Just as the game evolved last week, Tennessee High started to air the ball out, and it with good effect against a really quality Elizabethan team. Jack Richardson with 3 touchdowns, all over 40 yards, I believe, and to multiple receivers. So I think that's maybe something to look at to see if that becomes more part of the game plan, especially against a team that they're going to be running up against some size up front. So we'll see exactly how that plays out. Jack Richardson, the aforementioned one, is in the shotgun here. Looks like alongside Cooper Boer with 2 wides and Preston Fagans and Dane Music in the slot.
So Science Hill rolling down 5 to try to match that front for Tennessee High. They'll hand quick to Carter Smith, and the Toppers will get him for just about a gain of 2.
Apologies there to Carter. It's hard from our vantage point, hard to see 5 versus 6.
I have an advantage here. I know what these guys look like a little bit.
Micah obviously has coached several of these guys, as he's mentioned previously. It's really got to feel good to see these guys coming up through the program, not only getting time, but they're contributing at a pretty high level, as Carter just a sophomore.
Yeah, and Carter, he had a chance for a couple big runs last week, just kind of lost his footing, but he's pretty explosive if he gets to get going here.
Yep.
They'll trade him over again. Toppers with 5 in the backfield. They'll roll Richardson to the right, looking for this comeback. Everything's covered pretty well, and he'll come back to Price, but that one will fall incomplete. Looked like Price had a shove in the back there, as our coaches to the left of us are going to complain about that one. But that'll bring up a third and about 8.
Third and about 8. I certainly could have made that call. The defender came through the back of the receiver before the ball got there. By my definition, that's pass interference.
I agree.
So, but anyway, all for naught here, as that flag was not thrown, and Tennessee High finds themselves in a 3rd and 8 from their own 22 to get started. Going to go with a trip set to the right. Music slots out to the left.
And this is kind of what we saw a lot of success out of last week, as Richardson again will roll to his right and fire at Price. Price will catch it, met early. It looks like he's going to be right at the first down marker. And they're going to mark it about a yard short. So don't know that I agree with the spot right there, as Price even reached out as he was getting tackled. But nonetheless, that'll bring up a 4th and 1, and it looks like the Vikings are going to elect to punt.
Yeah, good play call there, and looks like Price was right at the sticks, but was not given a very favorable spot. In fact, he's a full yard short, which is going to lead to the first punt of the evening here with Richardson. So just an unfortunate set of scenarios there. Looked like Price was going to move the sticks, but now Richardson steps back to punt.
And again, Richardson looks to be maintain that streak of last week where he's pretty accurate, as that's a pretty decent punt, be fielded around the 35. He's going to make a couple of cuts to the corner here, and he's got one man to beat, and Carter Smith will kind of barely trip him up. But number 2, that is Branson Newberry with a great return for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, kind of slippery. He was able to slip that first tackle, and that opened up that right side where he could actually head up the sideline, and he ends up running this back all the way to the Tennessee High 35-yard line. So great field position here for Science Hill as they start the evening. Starting quarterback number 16, Lane Clement, 6'4", 205, is going to be calling the shots for the Toppers. He's a senior. Alongside, looks like number 24, Nalik Anderson, running back, as he takes that first carry. Oh, the ball ended up on the ground, but he was down.
He was down. And heard a lot about old Clement in the area. He's a pretty talked about quarterback in this area. Saw a couple newspaper articles about him. He's got good size and has been to football camps all over the country. So
gain of about 4 there on first down. So 2nd and 6. The little pistol formation here with 2 wides and looks like a little slot back there.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a illegal motion right there as tight end's hand was in the ground and he went in motion. Can't do that.
Nope. Once you're set, you got to stay in that 3-point stance. And that's going to cost Science Hill 5 yards.
And again, we talked about this a little bit pregame, but the Vikings are definitely at kind of a size disadvantage in this one. As just looking at that Hilltoppers' offensive line, I mean, they're pretty stout.
It's one thing we saw last week against Elizabethton as well. Elizabethton was not significantly bigger than Tennessee High, but Tennessee High's got really good team speed defensively, and I think they're going to rely on that tonight as this 2nd down.
They're going to roll Clement to his left, fire over here to the flat, and number 19 is going to head down the sideline, break a couple of tackles, and rumble inside the 15. That is Darren Hill Jr. for the Hilltoppers.
Running
Just
back.
the wingback kind of slips out into the flat and wasn't picked up early enough, and he rumbles for a gain of about 20 there.
It's a nice, kind of simple rollout play, but Hill did a lot of the work there, slipping that first tackle, and ends up picking up a first down into the red zone now, as looks like Clement's going to go under center on this particular play.
So handoff to Malik Anderson to this left side here, and Vikings are going to meet him pretty quick as he's only going to pick up about 1.
Nice job there by combined Cooper Boer, number 5, and number 25, Isaac Stevens, to bring Anderson down for a minimal gain. They're going to give him about a yard as we've ticked under 9 minutes here in the first quarter. Tennessee High again, we started with the ball, ended up maybe just about a yard short on third down, had to punt it away. Nice punt return by Science Hill has set up this sort of deep intrusion into Tennessee High territory. Back to the pistol formation. Running back number 1, Ian Mathis, in the game.
They're going to hand to Mathis. This wing's going to kick out this end here, but that is a great fill by Frank Reed and Bo Utzman coming down from his safety position, and Reed's linebacker spot filling the gap and making a great play right there.
There was a little crease there, but it definitely got short up quickly. And
so that was just a perfect base scheme right there. Frank Reed, who's the Will backer, Will has the B gap in the Vikings scheme, and he filled it perfectly right there.
Yep. Got a little assistance from Bo Utzman there as well. So the first 3rd down here for Science Hill, 3rd and 8, with Clement and Mathis in the backfield.
So it looks like they're going to do a little play action to Mathis, and he's just going to dump it down again. But this will bring up a 4th down.
Yep. Good coverage in the secondary. They tried to run a little combination route there. Wide receiver was covered, just dumped it back off to Hill. He picked up about 4 or so on that play, so it's going to end up being about 4th and 4, 4th and 5, and looks like Science Hill's ready to go for it. So same set, 2 wides to the left with Mathis and Clement in the backfield. Tried to draw him off, yep.
Now the Vikings fell for that a couple of times last week, but it seems like they've really focused on watching the ball here as Clement's going to go to the line and now looks like he's talking to his lineman. Change the play call up a little bit. Frank Reed is creeping, and they will hand to Mathis.
Nope, he's not going to get that.
Stuck.
Nope, not at all.
Dane Music and another.
A whole host of Vikings there on that play. That play had no chance. In fact, went for a loss, and Tennessee High stands tall on their first defensive possession in their red zone, and they get the ball back just inside their 10-yard line. Excellent defensive play by the Vikings.
Music met
there.
him first, and then I think the other 10 came in there and helped him out there.
Yeah, we had multiple bodies stacked up there in that play. It's exactly what you want to see defensively, especially in a short yardage 4th down. Gang tackling is what it's all about, and Tennessee High was able to pull that through. So, second possession for the Vikings here as they go with really a tight formation. Of course, we get a little referee intrusion here to trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Oh, they're going to reset the play clock, I think.
Now they're strapping somebody's helmet up there for him.
Well, that helps too. It's a wise idea. So certainly I'm out here promoting player safety for certain. At least it's not a guy getting run to the sideline because his knee pad is just hanging out above his knee.
It didn't happen last week. I'm happy about that.
Really kind of a, especially early season, we tend to see that a lot. I've only seen it a couple of times this year, so I guess the message has gotten through. So as we said, tight formation here for Tennessee High inside their own 10, as they are going to be at first down here. It looks like Harkrode is out to the left.
Well, Toppers, again, they look to be rolling up 5 to kind of match this front as they're going to hand to Smith again. Smith's going to get downhill and pick up a pretty good game of about 4 right there.
Positive first down play, about 4 or 5 yards. Looks like probably going to give him 5 on that one. Nice hole created there on the right-hand side. So Tennessee High with that kind of second and medium. That's exactly where you want it. Basically every play in the playbook is open here. So positive first down gain leads to that.
Good burst by Carter there to kind of get downhill early and pick up a gain of 5 before the Toppers really even knew what hit him there. So
he's gotten all the carries so far. So the first 2 series have been all Carter Smith.
Yeah, and kind of a different formation for the Vikings. Got a double wing with Dane Music and Preston Fagans, and they're both going to pull and give Carter a big room to run right there. And those are 2 people you probably don't want to get in front of if they're coming downhill to block you.
That was 1 step away from going for a long gain there. Nice pull. Yeah, really good kick-out blocks right there. Nice step. And I think maybe instead of seeking out contact there, he just slides to the right, and he might still be going. But you got to like Carter. He's out there. He's going to look for contact, definitely. It's a friendship first down. Tennessee High's first of the evening. And now they're going to go with another bunch formation to the right with both Fagans and Music look like they're stacked there.
And again, Topper's just trying to match this formation. They got 5 down on the line. Richardson goes with the hard count. Looks to change the play up a little bit. And now the Vikings will hand to Smith again, and he'll fall forward for another gain of about 2 or 3. So, again, I like his forward lean. He's always moving forward. Talked about that a little bit with Trent Dowdell and Elijah Plumbar last year. Those 2 always leaning down, going downhill, picking up big yards as Smith will check out of the game, and another sophomore, Cannon Stolniker, will check in.
Yep, 4 or 5 carries there for Smith right out of the gate. Rotate Stolniker in. Who's another really good, hard-running sophomore. One thing I am noticing here with Science Hill is their defensive line is not huge.
No, really 2 of their defensive linemen at this point are just rolled down outside linebackers. As Stolniker's going to rumble and tackles, and he's got a chance to go right here. Let's see if number 2 will chase him down, but that's a nice, hard run by Cannon Stolniker.
Then a nice spin move to get loose, and was run down by Branson Newberry, who was the guy that had the nice punt return, showing his speed to run Stolniker down. But that's a big gain for Tennessee High.
I'll tell you something about that young man.
Yep.
He's somebody you do not want to get in front of when he gets going.
It's a gain of about...
So the sophomore is leading it off here.
Gain of about 45 yards there, and another friendship first down in big-time fashion for Stolniker. Tennessee High's found something here. They're running to the left, run to the right. They're creating some holes here against this Science Hill front, and now they have marched all the way inside Science Hill's 35-yard line, so we'll see exactly how this continues. But power running seems to be the name of the game. They've just shifted that same sort of Music and Fagans combo. They're kind of switching them from the right-hand side to the left-hand side, and sometimes they're running behind them, sometimes they're going kind of using that as a base fake there. So we'll see what they do on first down.
And they're matching numbers in the box very well, especially with Music and Fagans in the backfield. As right there, the Toppers are going to be ready for it. Stolniker will get back to the line of scrimmage in just a tad more.
Nice knifing in there by number 90, Hayden Cox. He's a senior, 6'2", 260, good size. And made a nice play there to get through the Tennessee High line, bring Stolniker down for basically no gain. So second down and 10. We'll see if Tennessee High decides to air it out here. Again, last week they really seemed to find their groove once they sort of let Richardson start to let it rip. But, of course, you know, balanced offense is exactly what you want. These guys can run the ball, just makes the passing game that much more effective.
And I'm almost interested to see if they're kind of just trying to get the Toppers to tighten down a little bit and then try to go over the top. As right here, they'll hand to Stolniker again, and he'll spin his way forward for about a gain of 1.
Maybe a yard there. Yep. So, again, kind of probing here a little bit. They've run through kind of off guard. That was more of an off-tackle play, so they're just kind of seeing where the weaknesses are in this defense. They've been able to pop a couple of these for good gains. So now facing that kind of 3rd and long again, right at about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. Not really in field goal range here, so you probably got 2 plays to get this first down. So we'll see what Tennessee High decides to do. Similar formation here with Fagans and Music to the left.
And again, the Toppers are going to roll down, try to get 5 in the box here and match it. Looks like they're bringing on middle linebacker as Richardson's going to go with the play action. He's
got him over the top.
Just
floated on him a little bit.
Just a couple of feet more, and he might have had that one.
Good play design. I like how that developed. Richardson kind of slow rolled it, and then tried to hit. Looked like Hark Road over the top. So, yeah. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do. So now it's a 4th and 10, but like as we said, it's kind of in no man's land. We don't have. It's not really in field goal range, but you're not really going to punt. You're not going to gain anything by punting here either. So Tennessee High is going to line up and go for it. Much more of a wide spread as we see 4 wides here.
The Toppers are really running a true 3-man front. They're really just rolling over outside linebackers. As right here, Richardson looks to go with the screen. Now he's on the run, and he's going to go down.
Just nothing there. I think it was probably a little bubble screen that they were trying to set up.
Yeah.
And it just was snuffed out really quickly by the Topper defense, and that's going to be a turnover on down. So both teams kind of back-to-back turnover on downs. Tennessee High with a little bit of a foray into Science Hill territory. Science Hill was able to stand up and get that sack there, and it's going to be back in their possession for their second possession of the evening. So 3 possessions so far, no points as we're under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 on the Science Hill 40-yard line.
So Science Hill kind of back in that pistol set as they'll pull their guard and tackle here, and Frank Reed will make a great fill right there. And looks like we're going to have a late flag here. Might have been a little bit of extracurricular going on in the scrummish down there.
Takes nothing away from what Frank Reed did right there, which is fill that hole beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a great feel. I don't know exactly what this was, just maybe a late hit or unsportsmanlike.
I didn't see that.
Didn't really see it either. It looked like he just kind of rolled over the pile. It wasn't anything egregious. I didn't
think so either.
So anyway, that's going to cost Tennessee High 15 yards and is going to give Science Hill an automatic first down.
I mean,
so
that's a tough break. I mean, Frank Reed made a great play right there, but it's going to be taken away and then some.
All right, so 3 wides here for Science Hill on this particular play with Clement, and it seems like they're going to go with Mathis quite a bit here this evening. He's gotten the majority of the carries so far.
As they're going to do a little end around going, but Cooper Boer
nice
is there,
play.
and he did a great job at containing the edge right there. So the trick play came in, but Cooper Boer did a phenomenal job at keeping outside contained.
Really liked how he got his feet kind of chopped and he got his shoulder square right there and was able to cut that off. And then Erasmo Kobe at number 55 came in and helped him clean it up. So big-time play there because there was nobody else out there.
And I love that he didn't chase.
Right.
That's your job as a defensive
right.
end. You don't crash inside looking to make the big play. You got to stay at home.
He stayed home.
Did that perfectly.
Yep. Same set with Anderson back in.
As they're going to go with play action, the Vikings are going hard right here. And he's
going to
run
take a
out
sack,
of bounds and lose a ton of yardage.
Got to throw that away, but at the same point, Tennessee High did a good job covering downfield. There wasn't really anywhere to go, and they got good pass rush right up the middle, forced Clement out of the pocket, and there just wasn't really anywhere for him to go. Quite literally, ran out of bounds. Right? So 3rd down and a mile here. Looks like about 3rd and 21. So Tennessee High just got to keep everything in front of them right here and probably force a punt.
The first down marker is closer to south side, but hopefully we would stop him right here as he's rolling to his left.
Yeah, there's a hold, yeah.
Yeah, and this one will be coming back, so.
Yeah, see, there's been a couple of those where these Science Hill receivers especially have been pretty slippery, but this one's coming back. We got a big yellow flag in the backfield holding on Science Hill offensive line. Got a good initial pass rush there by the Tennessee High front, and this is now going to make it 3rd and 30.
Even more,
right?
yeah.
So, yeah, as the first down sticks are closer to south side, we are definitely moving toward Edgemont with the down marker here, for sure. Going to be back in the
this is a long way to go right here.
Be back in the intersection of Weaver Pike and Edgemont here shortly. So anyway, 3rd down, and it is going to be 31, I think. But you see, good initial pass rush here, and definitely a hold right there. Reach out, they're tackled in the backfield.
And you see that a lot when you're trying to get your quarterback out through the edge. You get these tackles, wingbacks trying to block the defensive end, and it's just hard.
It is
to make that block.
It is, yeah, absolutely. So, again, the Tennessee High, what they lack in size maybe up front, they do make up for in athleticism. Good team speed all the way around.
As right here, Clement's going to go for a screen.
Yep,
but
that Boer's right there.
Boer yet again, reading that one perfectly.
So really, I guess it's the polite term would be unproductive drive for Science Hill there. It just didn't go anywhere. In fact, went backwards quite a ways. So Tennessee High is going to probably get decent field position if they can get themselves a punt return here as Utzman is back to receive the punt.
And he had a pretty good return last week, if you recall.
He did. He's a shifty guy back there.
So, again, he's one I had the pleasure of coaching, and I can tell you what he could do with the ball as well as right here. That one's going to get off. And Utzman will just go with a fair catch.
Right, it's good defensive stop there for Tennessee High. And Tennessee High will take back over here as we going to have the ball here at the 32-yard line. So decent field position after that as we roll through. This first quarter is moved with a brisk pace. Only 2 minutes left with not really much of a break in between. Had some turnovers on downs. And
kind of just been a defensive battle.
It has been a defensive battle. It's good. A couple of big plays on either side, but nothing really resulting from that. So Tennessee High with 2 wides here. And it looks like Smith probably back in the backfield.
They're going to keep music in as that wing here. They're going to try to get the edge with Smith. He's got a hold. Ah, man. They call a hold right here. I saw it.
Yeah.
It's on that back side, but
it's interesting because that was about as far away from the ball where it was going as it could be. But it looks like Tennessee High is going to get flagged for 10 here.
It just looked like when that defensive end tried to get off, he kind of grabbed a little bit of his jersey, and you see that when the play's out to the outside. Offensive linemen get their hands in tight, and you see that jersey pull. But we got a chop ball.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not. I didn't see that one.
No, I definitely did not see that. But again, the rule on that has kind of changed because it's not like you have to be. Let's see, we're kind of checking the. Yeah, see, that's all it was. It's one of those that was kind of unfortunate. The offensive lineman fell into the legs of another of the defensive lineman while he was engaged with another offensive lineman. So by the book, that's the correct call. But that's just kind of unfortunate because it was not purposeful. But it is going to cost Tennessee High 15. So this early phase of long second and third downs.
That's a first one right
it's
there.
First
yeah,
down. Absolutely. First down and 25 now with Tennessee High in the 2 wide set.
As Toppers are going to roll up 5 again, hand to Smith, and he's going to make a quick little cut, and he'll gain back about 5 of the penalty yards there, so that'll bring up about a second and 20.
Yeah, you just want to try to get this down to maybe kind of in that 3rd and 10 range if you can here. Make it 3rd and somewhat manageable because you're kind of deep in your territory here, so you certainly don't want to make a mistake. But at the same point in time, we haven't really seen Tennessee High try to push this Topper secondary yet either. They're rolling down 5 or 6, maybe 7 guys in the box. So we'll see if this may be an opportunity for a play-action pass here. So 3 wides, and Richardson, as he has been, actually 4 wides, excuse me, and Richardson in the shotgun.
Right here, looks like he's going to go coming back to his left side here. He's
throwing
got
him
to Price.
He's got him.
Oh, yep. He's gone. You will not catch him. The Vikings will strike first here tonight. So Richardson will keep the hot streak going as that one was well over 40 yet again, and what a dart to Riley Price.
Price ran a great route, kind of an over route there, and what a beautiful pass by Richardson. Hit him in stride, and there was no catching him. And then we look at the back end of that play. Reminded me sort of the Minneapolis Miracle with Stephon Diggs. You got two defenders running into each other there and allowing this play to become even larger than it might have been otherwise. You can see it right here.
I think of the old Tennessee-Alabama game where Jalen Hyatt's running off. You got the Bama player looking at him.
Dexter Dishner in for the extra point, and that is good. So Tennessee High strikes first. A couple of good defensive stands and a big-time pass there by Jack Richardson, kind of making all that happen. I thought maybe he was just going to take off and run because he had quite a bit.
Dart.
Yep, quite a bit of room in front of him, but he decided he's going to let that one loose, and that was the right call. Hit Price right in stride, and Riley Price did the rest. Big-time stuff.
Wanted to make an old Chris Collinsworth joke there. You know how he's always comparing Patrick Mahomes' throws to everything.
Correct.
Oh.
Well, that was a heck of a play. Yeah. And then again, rolling off to his weak side as well. So we had to flip those hips around and be able to get that ball downfield. So big-time stuff by
Richardson does a great job, though, at getting his shoulder squared on any throw he makes. I mean, that's really one thing I've noticed throughout the time we've been able to call his passes is he always has his hips and shoulders square to the ball, like the throw, the target. And it's just great.
Those fundamentals, because he throws a lot on the run.
Oh, yeah.
He's certainly a capable drop-back guy, but he's his mobility, I think, is one of his biggest strengths. And obviously, the coaching staff knows that. He's a run-pass threat. He's a dual-threat guy. But, man, that arm has really come alive these last 2 weeks. So Dishner's getting ready to boot this one away.
And
puts a foot to it.
Good little placement kick. Be fielded by one of the upmen for Science Hill. But that is Mathis, one of their great running backs. And that's a backside tackle by Dane Music, who has always been making a name for himself on these special team plays as a gunner since he was a sophomore.
Since he was a sophomore, yeah. That Dane Music, a guy that really kind of made his name as a special teams gunner on both punt and kick returns, has become a two-way player for Tennessee High. Physical guy. You see him leading a lot of the runs on the offensive end, and you see him as one of those kind of 4 or 5 defensive backs that you're going to see rotated through pretty regularly here as well. So big-time contributor for Tennessee High, Dane Music, number 4.
He's rolling high at safety right now as Clement's going to roll out to his right and dump down a little out route to number 5. That is Keenan McInturf.
Yeah, Keenan McInturf there. Yep. Good. He sold that one really well. Looked like they were maybe going to go on a kind of a long post route, and he was able to break it back. Ended up picking up about 15 there. So nice first play there as we tick down to the end here of the first quarter. We've got about 30 seconds to go. It's a first down here with Anderson back in the backfield with Clement. Busted through on that. Nice play to get away.
Down to him again, and he's going to fight for a gain of about 7 right here.
Tennessee High getting consistent pressure on these passing downs. That one, a nice play by, kind of a little head fake there by Clement to get away, and found McInturf on the sideline. So we've ticked under 20. It's probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. See if Science Hill maybe tries to steal some yardage here. They're going to line up at least. 10 seconds left. So Tennessee High just got to stay onside here.
Yeah, kind of a true tight end look for Science Hill. They're going to keep the tight end up in to block, and Clement's going long. And it's going to be well defended by Harkleroad, though.
Nice play there by Baron Harkleroad. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. We'll flip sides of the field, and we'll step away for the first time here this evening, get some ads from our sponsors. Stick with us here on the Viking Sports Network. We'll be back here to bring you second quarter action.
Bristol, Tennessee welcomes 35 new jobs this morning. Friendship Ford is coming to town.
Rain or shine, Bristol has Ford.
Toyota of Bristol, we know our town is a good place to live, but it's a better place to buy a pre-owned car. From our huge selection to inspections by our factory certified technicians and quality you can trust. We give you more, so let's go places. Shop Toyota of Bristol.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Second quarter action about ready to get underway. Tennessee High with a big strike. 2 real big plays in that first quarter. They lead 7-0. About almost a 50-yard run by Cannon Stallnaker. That drive stalled and then was turned over. But then on the next drive, Jack Richardson hits a long bomb to Riley Price, and that is the scoring that we've seen so far. 7-0 Tennessee High. Science Hill with the ball just into Tennessee High territory. Third down and about 5 here with 3 wides.
And Malik Anderson is back in the backfield. Preston Figgins is rolled up to an outside linebacker spot. Clement will roll, and he'll dump down. Ooh. He threw that one in some dangerous territory.
There's about 4 Vikings around that. He was able to find the turf, trying to get that ball to Newberry. But that's going to bring up 4th down again, which has been a regular occurrence, really for both sides. We've seen multiple 4th downs, most of which have been in situations where the team has decided to go for it. Looks like we've got a flag on the field here.
Doing this backside, and I wonder if it's another holding call. Or
it could be. Looks like they're moving backwards here. Speaking of the toppers.
Okay, illegal formation.
Oh, okay. So a little cat and mouse game here. So would have made it 3rd and 10. Tennessee High is going to stick with it with declining the penalty. And that's going to leave 4th and 5, which looks like Science Hill is going to line up to go for it. Again, one of those situations where you got to be sound here. Can't jump offside. That's going to be a first down. Again, same set basically, 3 wides and Anderson back in the backfield with Clement.
Kind of now an empty formation here as Clement's going to fake the kick down and dump down to Anderson, and he's going to be right at the first down.
Just going to be able to got the nose of the football past the line to gain.
So
it's kind of a funky little play.
The drop kick there and then dump it down to Anderson.
Yeah, funky little play, but it worked. Picked up just enough yardage to pick up the first down, and Science Hill holds on to the football.
Empty's a hard one that isn't usually practiced in a lot of high school practices. I mean, like, you just don't see a lot of teams going empty.
And especially when they didn't start empty.
Yeah.
You really had kind of a conventional set, 3 wides with the back and the quarterback. When you drop the back down, then all of a sudden it changes your scheme defensively for sure. So 3 wides again to the wide side with
kind of just a key screen out here, and they'll dump this one down. He'll make a couple of moves, and he's down the sideline. Dane Music will finally tackle him past the 20 at about the 19-yard line there.
Yeah, I can see why they're trying to get the ball in Newberry's hands. He has got really good speed, but he's also very shifty. He's made several guys miss defensively so far, both with the ball in his hands on just regular catches, but also on that punt return. So he's a dangerous guy, guy that Tennessee High's really got to keep an eyeball on. So 2 wides to the right. Newberry to the left, Clement in the backfield.
Yeah, kind of just hand this one off to Mathis as he's going to burst through the hole right there and pick up a gain of about 15, and the Toppers will bring up a 1st and goal right here.
Nice hole there on the left-hand side. They're going to, looks like Science Hill's going to go tempo here. Same set.
Again, looks like they're just going to hand a draw off to Mathis. Frank Reed's going to be there first, followed by Barron Harkleroad, so good feel right there again by Frank Reed, and then cleaned up by Barron Harkleroad.
Nice play there. Really had kind of a similar style play, but that hole definitely filled up quickly with Reed and Harkleroad there to take him down. So 2nd down and goal, about the 5-yard line. It's really a wide set here for Science Hill.
Clement's going to backpedal and try to dump it down to Mathis, just a little over his head there, though.
Not sure that would have really gone anywhere. It looked like Utzman was there to make the tackle, even if Mathis was able to bring that one down. So now we see 3rd and goal, 3rd and 5. Again, inside this down and distance, you expect that you probably got 2 plays in your pocket here to try to get this thing across the goal line.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that last time. I almost guarantee this is another 2-down situation here.
You know, Anderson's big guy, 200 pounds. Certainly would be tempted to give him a couple cracks at it.
Right here, Clement's going to be there again, and I don't know. Yeah. Was his arm going forward, or was that one forced a little loose there?
It was definitely a surprise because as Clement tried to come back out of that fake, he had 2 Vikings right in his face. It did look like the ball was going forward, just from our vantage point. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it went forward, and it's any forward motion counts.
Yep. Absolutely, and they're going to kick a field goal here. Tennessee High with another stand defensively is going to basically wipe 4 points off the board here if Science Hill decides to end up kicking this thing.
And this one is from the hash, so there is a chance that...
It's kind of a weird angle, isn't it?
Yeah. See here, as he's going to put this one up, and...
he knocked it through. Okay. That's a pretty good job by the holder right there. It was not a very good snap. It almost bounced to him. He was able to get it down and boot it through. But Tennessee High holds Science Hill out of the end zone, and now we see the game stuck at 7-3 as Tennessee High will get the ball back here off the kickoff. So excellent defensive stand there, especially that deep in the zone. But that pressure on 3rd down really put Science Hill in a tough spot, and ended up putting Tennessee High in a position where they could force the field goal. Tennessee High is going to get their next possession here. I'd be interested to see if they decide to try to push the ball downfield early in this possession, considering how much success that they've had over the last couple of weeks. Try to get Richardson on the edge and then let him kind of make that run pass concept work. Of course, they've run the ball very effectively so far this evening as well. So just about everything on the table here for Tennessee High as they take their next offensive possession. So after their first points of the evening, Carter Lockman, kicker for Science Hill, getting ready to boot this away. First one was kind of a line drive into the end zone. See if this one's returnable.
And that one is way higher and way deeper, as that one's going to go through the back of the end zone.
And he basically said, that's not going to be returnable. Put it halfway through the end zone. So Tennessee High will take over at their 25. And we will get this drive started here. 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter. In what has been a really interesting game so far. Been some really good defense, been some big plays, both directions really. And Tennessee High's gotten just a little bit of the better of that so far as they start this drive from their 20, excuse me. Richardson in the backfield, and we've got two wides here to the wide side of the field.
Yeah, kind of that heavier formation with Fagans as the wing here, and they're going to hand to Stonecker on the edge.
Ooh, he's
got a lot of room to run. If he can cut this one up, he will.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle by
number 4.
Number 4, Tyler Holder, right there.
He came in like looks like Stonecker was going to turn the corner and maybe off to the races, but a really nice play by Holder there to chop his legs out from underneath him. Came all the way across the field. Right there, it looks like there's an alley, but it closed down quickly. Nice play there defensively. But a 6-yard gain on first down for Stonecker. He's had a really good evening so far. He's still in the backfield as Price and Harker Road head to the wide side.
As kind of got an got an overhaul look as they're going to hand to Stonecker again. He's going to go up and over as Topper's tackling low here tonight.
Yeah, getting low, but again, another positive gain. Looks like it's going to be third and just about a yard here as those gaps are opening up front, but the back 7 of Science Hill's defense is doing a good job filling down and getting to the ball carriers quickly when they can.
Stonecker, kind of a bigger back. That's kind of where you need to tackle him, but makes you kind of wince up here every time you see your guys get hit like that. But
True. So 3rd and 1.
Right here. Handoff again, and Stonecker will plunge his way forward for a first down.
Yep.
So good, powerful 3 runs, and that's another Viking first down.
So nice job there by Stonecker cheering those yards out. Picks up a first down. Tennessee High with a little friendship first down there. Been pretty effective running the ball, and then obviously have hit the big plays on the passing game as well. So you got to like that balance. And again, the playbook seems to be wide open. There's confidence in that they can do either of those, ground game or passing game, well. So keeps the defense on their heels.
Yeah, and keeping Stonecker out there. They like what they're seeing right now as right here they're going to hand to him again. He's going to jive his way for a gain of about 4. So, again, he's taking the punishment here, and he's getting back up and going.
Yep. Well, he and Smith both have done a really good job of getting behind their pads and making sure that when that initial contact happens, that they're falling forward. And it looks like, and just kind of that outside mention, you just see number 74 for Science Hill, Park Walters, who is a healthy 290. Has come into play nose tackle. So I think the message has been sent that they've going to put some bigger bodies up in the front 4.
And I'd be curious to see what the effect will be there. As right there they're going to pull again, and you kind of see it. But Stonecker runs hard again, met in the backfield, and turns this one.
He still picks up a yard or 2.
About a yard. So he was met about 3 yards deep right there, and he powers his way forward for a gain of about a yard.
Makes you wonder if we're going to start seeing a little bit more off tackle, where those big bodies in the middle are certainly going to muddy the waters, but there may be a little bit more room on the edge now against this Science Hill front 7. So 3rd and 6, 3rd and medium, 4 wides here on this particular down. See if Tennessee High puts it in the air.
Yeah, you got your trips look here as Richardson's going to kind of fake out. He's going deep. He's going real deep. He's got Harper Road. That thing is caught. So Richardson maintaining his streak of slinging the rock here.
Love it. Nice. And that was a really nice kind of back shoulder style throw. The defensive back got turned around, and by the time he realized where it was in Harker Road's hands. Richardson right there with a little pirouette.
Oh, yeah, that was
as well.
Beautiful.
A little 360 right there before he started heading to the edge. Another friendship first down in long fashion. So Tennessee High now into Science Hill territory at the 30-yard line.
the Vikings are doing a good job tonight of having soft hands and catching them when they're there. So right here they're going to try to draw the Toppers off sides. Big play usually try to do that. And Richardson's going to check to the sideline. And they're going to call a timeout
here. So a little miscommunication there. That also can happen after a big play sometimes, trying to get everybody set. But certainly we'll take that every time you can get it. So timeout, Tennessee High. We'll take it with them. We'll step aside here for just a minute. Be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network.
The Robinette Company supports Viking athletics. We are one of the Tri-Cities' premier manufacturing companies with over 400 skilled and dedicated employees. Just like the Viking athletes, training, dedication, and teamwork are the cornerstones of our success. We supply flexible packaging to many of our nation's finest products, such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Join our winning team and apply online at therobinettecompany.com. An equal opportunity employer. Go Vikings!
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now.
To the Viking Sports Network. Run up the middle there with Stallmaker, got a little bit of push, and looks like he's going to pick up about that kind of requisite 3-4 yards.
You want that on first down. You do. And again, he's just doing a good job, falling forward, everything moving that way, north and south. He's one of the best north-south runners you'll see.
He's getting significant run this evening. Again, it's Tennessee High as they're still working Elijah Plumbar back. Maybe the rumor was maybe he was going to play some tonight. My guess is they're holding him out in a non-conference game is probably the right call, and maybe see him next week when we see our first conference action at Cocke County. But certainly, Stallnaker and Smith this evening have carried the load.
As they'll trade over Stallnaker, and Richardson's going back over the middle. Great catch by Barron Harkleroad as he caught that thing on the sticks. I wonder if they were going to give him the forward progress yardage, but it looks like they're going to mark him about 2 yards short. Yeah. But great grab over the – it looked like that ball was going a little high. Just strong hands by Barron Harkleroad to reel it in, and looked like an arid pass into a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, had to regather. I think that's why he didn't get the forward progress there. But still, positive gain. Picked up about 4 there. So we're going to end up with 3rd and 3. Certainly manageable, just outside the red zone.
He grabbed that thing about 3rd and 2, but looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds, about 4 shy. And they'll trade over Stallnaker. Try to get to him downhill.
Yeah, nice play inside.
This is 4th down territory. I'd almost guarantee you see a 4th down play here.
Yeah. So that's one of those where you got 2 plays in your pocket. You're going to try to pick it up on that 3rd down, but if you come up a little bit short, no big deal. You're going to go for it on 4th down anyway. And you're kind of in that run-pass area. One of those where you may want to see Richardson.
And what I'm thinking about is we haven't seen Richardson pull one yet. I'm wondering if we're going to get this heavy package in here and try to sneak it out the edge with Richardson.
And they do like to roll him out to his left, which is the wide side of the field here. So we'll see what we've got in store. It's a heavy package to the right, at least to begin.
And the Toppers will match that as they roll up 5, and it looks like they're blitzing a backer. Richardson's going to backpedal. He's going to have nothing over there. So, unfortunately, the Toppers bring a lot of pressure there, and it gets home.
Yeah, Cox, who we'd mentioned earlier, number 90, kind of busted through there, and he was in Richardson's lap before he could really get much going. And good stand there by the Science Hill defense, and gives the ball back to their offense. So that's kind of been the story of the game. Ebbs and flows, pretty decently deep drives, in some cases all the way into the red zone for both sides that have just kind of come up short. Tennessee High continues to lead 7-3 with just a tick over 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
And Clement, he's going to straight drop back, and Frank Reed's going to meet him there every step of the way, and Utzman's going to make the tackle. But Clement, with pressure right there, dumps it down, makes a pretty good pass.
Yeah, found McInturf out there, who seems to be kind of his outlet receiver in a lot of cases. He's not the guy that's going to be running your 18-yard dig routes. It looks like he's just going to be one of the guys that's going to be open in the flat regular. It's a heck of a play by Clement. He's getting dragged down and still had enough arm strength to get that out to McInturf, who does pick up the first down. So we got 3 wides here, and Mathis in the backfield with Clement.
Looks like Riley Price is going to pick up the back end of the backfield. That's been one concern, is they got a wheel route going on right there, and they're going to hit it.
Nice play there. A pair of 15s with Max Holt there for Tennessee High, and number 15, Darian Jackson, wide receiver, 6 foot 160. He's a junior. Nice placement there by Clement. Put that ball right in the breadbasket. And back-to-back plays going for first down plus yardage. Just a long throw, but was nicely completed there.
And, yeah, he just kind of snuck out on that wheel route there. Darian Jackson is going to dump this one down to Mathis, and there's no one out there, but he's going to make
nice
a move
move
back inside, and he's going to pick up another Toppers first down, or right at it. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short.
Yeah, this is where we were seeing Science Hill have the most success offensively is when they've been getting their guys in space. We've got some guys that are really shifty. Mathis and Newberry we've noticed as well.
Kind of what I was anticipating. I mean, the Toppers have never been a team that's just going to downhill smash it down your throat. They're kind of more finesse, as right here you got Clement rolling to his left again. It looks like he's finally going to tuck one and keep it, and he's going to go out of bounds.
He's going to grab a first down in the meantime.
So he's looked to throw on every drop back so far, but that is the first one he's actually scrambled.
Certainly watching him move, he looks like he's a pretty darn good athlete. So he certainly could be a threat with his legs, but it definitely looks like he'd rather throw it. This drive has been very effective for Science Hill so far, just kind of picking up chunks of yardage down the field. Again, 3 wides with Anderson back in the backfield.
And again, they'll hand it to Anderson on this backside, and he's going to have pretty good contact balance there and bring up a second and about 4.
Yeah, picked up about 6
So
there.
he looked for contact when he started going downhill.
3 Vikings out there, but he still fell forward. So nice run there by Malik Anderson. So we set him alongside Clement in the backfield. Again, 3 wide set seems to be their base set.
Yeah, it's right here. They're going to roll Clement out to his right. He's going to step up.
Whoa!
That was a great play. Going down this sideline is number 21.
Ian Peak.
That is Ian Peak, and this is going to be a pick 6, perfectly read by Ian Peak. So it looked like Clement got a little too antsy, thought he could dump this one down to the flat, and Ian Peak makes a great break on the football for about a 75-yard interception return touchdown, and the Vikings are on top.
Big time play. Second defensive touchdown of the season for Tennessee High. The Cooper Boer along about 75-yard return for a touchdown against Westridge, and Peak just ran away from everybody here. No chance to catch him. He had the momentum going, and he took it all the way to the house for the pick 6. Big time play for the Tennessee High defense. Making plays, getting stops on 4th down, and that one ends up in points in big time fashion going back the other way. So Dexter Dishner is on to attempt the extra point. If you heard any of that ruckus on our microphones, the Tennessee High coaches were very much in approval of what just happened there.
And rightfully so. I mean,
yeah, absolutely rightly so. Dishner knocks the extra point through, and Tennessee High takes a 14-3 lead here as we are ticking down to about 3 minutes left here in the first half. So what a way to put a stamp on that drive, because Science Hill was moving the ball kind of at will, and those passes on the perimeter are always kind of dicey, because if you don't get enough on them and the defensive back gets a break on it, you see exactly what ends up happening.
That was one thing I was kind of looking at for Clement. I mean, it looked like at any given point he wanted to release the football for anything. Looks like he's one of those where he's not really trying to pat his running stats any. He just kind of wants to get the ball out quick. And right there, that was just great anticipation by Peak. And
yeah, that probably comes back to a little bit of film study when in that scenario, just kind of knowing when they're in that formation what they're likely to run, and then being able to jump that route. So certainly, all accolades to Peak on that one. Just made a great break on the ball, made the catch, and once he got that momentum going, he's had the speed to be able to take it all the way to the house. So impressive play. Number 21, Ian Peak, scores his first touchdown of the season for Tennessee High, and on the defensive side. So Dishner getting ready to line it up, booted away, and it's in the air.
This one will be fielded by Newberry, and Newberry's going to try to change. And again, you cannot outrun that man on a kickoff return. Dane Music is a heat-seeking missile, and he will find you.
Yeah, hardly even have to say the guy's name.
Yep.
You know he's going to be in the midst of things on either of those kick and punt returns, but specifically kick returns. He has made a career out of that.
I'll tell you what, usually and a lot of times coaches will try to save their starters for kickoff and everything, but he's been so darn good at it the past 2 years that why would you take him off of it?
Well, I mean, team up the road here, not too far up in Virginia Tech, Frank Beamer made a career about being special teams oriented, and I think those guys, they put a lot of starters in those positions.
Backpedaling, try to hit a little out route to number 15. That is Darian Jackson. He's kind of been a safety blanket guy tonight.
Yep, kind of an underneath receiver. He's caught a couple of passes. Picked
like
up about 6 there.
Newberry's kind of their threat, and then McInturf and Jackson are kind of going to be your underneath guys.
It's good stuff. So anyway, Science Hill really kind of gone with has opened up the offense here. Four wides, and they're kind of content to sling it here. It looks like then this is kind of a 3-minute offense.
And Clement's going deep, and Utzman's going to find it. Great play by Dane Music again to put his hand up and break that one away. But what I saw was Bo Utzman saw the ball released again, and he gravitated towards it. So good play by both defensive backs right there, Dane Music and Bo Utzman. Kind
of a bracket coverage there with Music kind of running in the middle, kind of old Tampa 2 style right there, yeah. And Utzman had him bracketed on the other side, so would have been it was almost a perfect pass. It was almost dropped in. But that's going to drop for incomplete. So 3rd down, 4 wides.
Again, Clement's going to straight drop back here. The Vikings are going to have space, and Price is going to sit on that out route. And
I think we got a hold in the backfield here. I do. Yep. So it's going to drop Science Hill back here. It looks like Tennessee have a good pass rush there. 3 guys really forced Clement out of the pocket, and ends up one of them was being held. So that's going to.
I'll tell you, you want to be the most physical football team.
Sure.
And the Vikings have been that so far.
I would agree. They've set the tone kind of from the beginning. They've gotten good pass rush on multiple downs, and I think it's put Science Hill just a little bit off balance. And they've also been able to sort of bow the backs in situations on 4th down to be able to get the ball back. So now Science Hill is backed up considerably, basically with the nose of the ball on the 10-yard line, 3rd and 5. I'm sorry, no, it's going to be more like 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
So probably I would think of maybe a more conservative play call this deep in their territory. Tennessee High with an opportunity to maybe get the ball back here.
Yeah, kind of trying to get Clement out again, and Utzman is there, Price is there, and Peak is there, and this one is going to float out of bounds. So the Vikings are throwing punches early. And one of my favorite movies, I'm going to mention it early, is Rocky. And I love kind of the underdog story kind of rolling out and being able to take a beating but also keep coming back. And so far the Vikings have thrown it at the topper so far.
An opportunity here for really good field position and a lot of time left. 2 timeouts, over 2 minutes to play. Really good opportunity here maybe for Tennessee High to extend this lead. Right now sitting at 14-3.
Yeah, it's right here. They're going to hit that one to Utzman, and he's going to have a chance
returnable here.
Kind of catch this one and get going. He gets downhill. Utzman's going to make a move, and he's going to break a tackle, and Bo Utzman gets it across the 50. So the Vikings take over in really good field position with still plenty of time left.
Yeah, just a couple of ticks under 2 minutes and still 2 timeouts to go. So Tennessee High with an opportunity here to continue to capitalize. And again, Science Hill will get the ball to start the second half. So this is kind of a big possession. Tennessee High can put some points on the board here. Would be a huge momentum builder going into halftime. So we'll see what Coach Taylor, Jesse Taylor, offensive coordinator, and Coach Holt have up their sleeves here. Probably want to run this down for sure. Maybe see if Science Hill is going to be willing to use their timeouts. But at the same point in time, 4 wides here. We'll see exactly how this goes.
I'm all for taking some shots and trying to get up by 3 possessions here. As Smith is back in the game, Richardson's going to straight drop back, and he's going deep. That one's kind of so kind of got away with one. That one looked like Richardson didn't get the best feel for the ball on that one. That one was kind of going end over end, but Harkle Road obviously has defensive back in him, and he just played good defensive back right there.
Experience there definitely worked in his favor, kind of knocking that pass down. So Tennessee High escapes without anything happening there, but it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from just inside just about the 37-yard line I hear.
Right here. I like the trips look so far as Peak is in the Richardson's going to roll to the right. Looks like he's going to have Dane Music. Dane Music's going to turn inside. That was a smart play. He had the defender on his outside. He's going to turn inside and pick up enough for the 1st down. So Vikings still, clock is ticking. Looks like they're going to get to the line quick.
Actually going to be just shy. It looks like third and about maybe 3/4 of a yard.
It looked like from the spot he might have gotten it. But
Nice hook up there. I like that route combination, too. Sent Pete kind of on a wheel route and then let Music kind of sit down in the middle of that. And Richardson made a nice job picking him out. So 3rd and short here, just inside the 30-yard line.
Looks like the Toppers are going to roll their middle linebackers, fake them, but give it to Smith, and he's going to pick up plenty for a first down. So the sophomore is really leading the rushing attack tonight. Doing a great job.
Yeah, nice
Carter
job.
Smith and Cannon Stolniker.
Really nice job up front, too, opening up some holes. Again, credit to the Science Hill kind of back seven. Those holes have closed pretty quickly, but they've been enough for Tennessee High to be able to keep picking up these Friendship first downs. So Tennessee High takes a timeout, just a minute and 7 seconds to go. We'll step aside for just a minute, bring you this last minute or so from the Stone Castle here shortly.
Whatever you call it, at Toyota of Bristol, we got it. Whether you're looking for the hottest models or the latest rides, the perfect family adventurer or a road trip champion, it's all yours. Find your new Toyota from Toyota of Bristol today. We give you more.
Under the lights of the Stone Castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Brusco's is proud to be part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
C.J. Manahan alongside Micah Kennedy here as we're counting down the first half, but Tennessee High is on the march inside the 25-yard line, or maybe nose right on the 25-yard line. First down with just a little bit over a minute to go, with 1 timeout remaining. So really the entire playbook is open here.
Yeah. And, I mean, plenty of time to go make a play right here. Looks like Topper's going to bring their inside linebacker. Richardson's going to pump. Looks like they're going to call a hold. Richardson's going to roll back to his right, and he's going to sneak this one down.
That was incomplete anyway.
Yeah,
there's laundry all over the field out here.
Yeah, it looks like they got a hold out on the edge as Richardson was starting to.
So we'll see what the referees say, and we see the initial signal is a hold, so it's going to move Tennessee High back 10 yards. Kind of a critical penalty right there.
Yeah, it's not one you want.
Yeah, in those situations, you want to keep that momentum going forward. Now you're going to be behind the sticks. All right, so that complicates matters. Now we're back to 1st and 20, and we're back out towards the 35-yard line. So I don't know if that changes the calculus or not. With 54 seconds left, I think probably here on this first down, you're trying to just maybe try to get the penalty yardage back.
Despite
right?
the hold, what I do like is that Richardson held on to the football. He still didn't try to force anything.
Right.
Because even if the Toppers, he forces something, get an interception, they could always decline the penalty and
Correct.
Take that. So looks like we got Bunch right here. They're going to fake that, what they hit with Richardson
he's got
last
him.
week. And Harkle Road, that one is going to be intercepted.
Oh, it's intercepted. Nice play there by, that was Mathis. Yeah, he kind of tracked back. I don't think he was the initial defender.
No.
He tracked back and was able to kind of run under that ball and just, because Harkle Road had broken open.
Yeah.
You watch this while the ball's in the air. Here he comes kind of from the inside. Ball hung up just a little long.
Yeah, and a little bit to the middle.
Yeah.
I think if he would have put that thing further out to the right, kind of let Harkle Road run under it, he might have had a chance for that one, but great play by Mathis, nonetheless.
It was. Yeah, he kind of came from off the ball and was able to run that down, showing his speed. But, yeah, Harkle Road had broken open, so I see why Richardson let that one go. But a nice play by the Science Hill defense. They are in 4 wide, so it looks like they're going to try to push the ball down the field. They have 3 timeouts as well. So
they're going to dump it down to Mathis, and he's going to go back inside. He's going to go across the field here. And
nice play by
he's
Music.
Be met by Music on this backside. So he ran about 55 yards right there, but he picked up about
55 inches, I think, is what he maybe got on that. Not even that. But the reality of it is Tennessee High showing really good kind of patience, and obviously everybody's standing in their lane in that scenario. Good coverage down the field, so Mathis didn't really have any shots there, and it looks like they're going to be content to kind of run this clock out.
Doesn't look they're going to be too antsy to get up to the line of scrimmage, and looks like this will be the final play of the drive. Just try to hit a quick out route to Newberry, and that'll bring
take
you
us
to halftime.
To halftime. So an
the
impressive
Vikings are up.
first half by Tennessee High, offensively and defensively. Outside of that, the blemish right there at the end of the interception, which was really just a heck of a play by the Science Hill defense. Tennessee High goes into halftime with a 11-point lead. Got to be psyched about that, both of the Vikings fans and certainly the coaching staff. in terms of how well they've played here in the first. We got about a 20-minute break here, but stick with us here on the Viking Sports Network. We got all kinds of halftime entertainment, and certainly we'll be here to bring you the second half here in about 20.
For 85 years, United Southeast Federal Credit Union has proudly served our neighbors in Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. We're more than a financial institution, we're part of the community. With 6 convenient branches and a team dedicated to your financial well-being, we're here to help you grow, save, and thrive. On the go, our mobile app and online banking make managing your money easy. United Southeast Federal Credit Union, helping our members live better lives.
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now. Learn more at AppalachianOrthopedics.com or scan the QR code.
Individual effort, dedication, and a positive attitude combined with team spirit are the key elements of winners. The Robinette Company has positions available for people who want to join our winning team of over 400 employees. We proudly provide flexible packaging for many of our nation's finest brands like Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Apply online at robinettejobs.com today. An equal opportunity employer.
Whatever you call it, at Toyota of Bristol, we got it. Whether you're looking for the hottest models or the latest rides, the perfect family adventurer or a road trip champion, it's all yours. Find your new Toyota from Toyota of Bristol today. We give you more.
Who's that dog? Is Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship. Dog knows cars and dog knows deals. That's why dog runs Friendship. You let that dog run that store? Not just one, he runs a bunch more. Friendship Dog, get off that core. Go sniff out some deals. No one beats this dog you see. It's Friendship's best price guarantee. Who's that dog? Is Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship.
In Bristol, Viking athletics are more than just games. They're our community. They're our pride.
And here at Johnny Brusco's, we're proud to be part of the same team.
Whether it's after a big win or just dinner with friends, Johnny Brusco's is where we come together.
We're honored to support Viking athletics and our community.
So when you're hungry, make the call we always make.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Game day starts at Johnny Brusco's.
At Toyota of Bristol, we know our town is a good place to live, but it's a better place to buy a pre-owned car. From our huge selection to inspections by our factory certified technicians and quality you can trust. We give you more, so let's go places. Shop Toyota of Bristol.
Under the lights of the stone castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Brusco's is proud to be a part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Whatever you call it, at Toyota of Bristol, we got it. Whether you're looking for the hottest models or the latest rides, the perfect family adventurer or a road trip champion, it's all yours. Find your new Toyota from Toyota of Bristol today. We give you more.
It all began right here in 1993 at a single Ford store in Bristol, Tennessee.
Rain or shine, Bristol has Ford.
With Friendship's great deals and legendary customer service, we've now grown to 21 locations, 9 cities, in 5 states. Anywhere you are, any car you want, you've got a friend nearby.
The Robinette Company supports Viking athletics. We are one of the Tri-Cities' premier manufacturing companies with over 400 skilled and dedicated employees. Just like the Viking athletes, training, dedication, and teamwork are the cornerstones of our success. We supply flexible packaging to many of our nation's finest products, such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Join our winning team and apply online at therobinettecompany.com. An equal opportunity employer. Go Vikings!
Friendship Cars is now Friendship Cares. At Friendship, we recognize how important it is for businesses like ours to support our communities. That's why we are all in on helping our neighbors, children, animals, and so much more. Friendship Cares uses proceeds from every car sold, every car serviced at every Friendship location for the many causes that need our help. Visit friendshipcares.com to see how you can join us. Friendship Cares. Together we can make a difference. We're dealing.
Whatever you call it, at Toyota of Bristol, we got it. Whether you're looking for the hottest models or the latest rides, the perfect family adventurer or a road trip champion, it's all yours. Find your new Toyota from Toyota of Bristol today. We give you more.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Second half action about ready to get underway. C.J. Manahan along with Micah Kennedy. A first half that I don't know that a lot of folks, especially in the know around here, would have probably predicted. Although, Micah, you and I were talking before the game, very similar scores in the common opponent. Tennessee High lost to Elizabeth in 26-21. Science Hill in the opening game beat Elizabeth in 27-20. So, if past is prologue, then the reality there is that this game maybe was not as there wasn't as much separation between these two teams as maybe we thought on paper. So, and obviously Tennessee High has really played well in the first half. So we'll see if that continues here in the second. Science Hill did win the toss and they deferred, so it is their ball to start the second half as Dexter Dishner gets ready to boot it away. Nice high kick.
It's a good kick. It's going to be fielded right here by Newberry. Newberry's going to make a move out to the sideline. He's going to break a couple of tackles. He's down the sideline. He's going to have a crease, and he will be gone. The Toppers will strike first in this second half, so they're going to respond to a deficit, and the Vikings now see their 11-point lead fall to 5.
It's an interesting return there because it was really just a kind of a straightforward return. It was no real wall set up. It was just Newberry making one guy miss there, a second guy missed there, and it was it. There wasn't anybody else in the vicinity. And again, he seems to be the most dangerous guy that Science Hill puts on the field on just about any play. And a long punt return and now a score on a kickoff return has put Science Hill squarely right back in the middle of this thing.
And Carter Lockman will knock this one through and cut this lead down to 4.
So just like that, 12 seconds into the second half, Science Hill strikes on a special teams play by Branson Newberry, who's really, like I said, has been their most explosive weapon offensively, and especially on the special teams side, has had a long punt return and now a touchdown off of a kickoff. So Tennessee High's got to regather themselves now. A first half that essentially, especially defensively and even special teams-wise, went really very much their way. The first play of the second half, Science Hill shows off their athleticism and speed. Now Tennessee High's got to make a response pretty quickly. So that kind of changes the dynamics of the game pretty fast in about 12 seconds.
Yeah, because, I mean, we talked before, it's like, well, if we could stop them on this drive, but, I mean, if you don't even have the opportunity for the offense to come out and your defense to come out, then that's not a very good thing because only 12 seconds deep here, and the Toppers have cut the 11 points down to just 4.
And we'll see what Tennessee High has as a response. Again, what we've seen so far with Lockman is his leg is pretty strong. We have not had a return on a kickoff yet. We'll see if that is in the cards here. Tennessee High is going to end up taking over after a touchback.
And Lockman will boot this one deep, and it looks like that one's going to fall right into the back of the end zone. So again,
on cue. So Tennessee High now with an opportunity to respond to that kind of opening gut punch right there.
Yeah, a lot of energy after before halftime, and now you can hear a pin drop in this place. So hopefully they build back up the momentum here.
Well, again, offensively they've been efficient, run the ball well. They've hit the big plays through the passing game. We'll see, and it looks like a kind of that strong side set that they're going to start with Smith and Richardson in the backfield.
Yep, and again, Fagans and Music as your wingbacks here. As looks like the Toppers are gonna have a strong push, and Smith was down, but it did look like that ball came out at the end there. But big number 90 for the Science Hill Hilltoppers had a good middle push, Hayden Cox, and he caused Smith to run right into the back of his center.
Yeah, so good initial push, and there was just nowhere for Smith to go. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Again, I'm kind of with you, Mike. I'm still waiting to kind of see something on the edge here in that, whether it's a handoff or maybe Richardson kind of pulling one and see if he can kind of run pass option.
And I'd be interested to see, too, because it looks like they're following those wings, as right here it looks like their wingbacks, Fagans and Music, are going to sneak out. And, the high ball sails, intercepted by number 4, Tyler Holder. So,
Holder's made a couple of nice plays defensively in there. That ball just kind of sailed a little bit on Richardson. And so as well as the first half went, this is about as bad as it could be to start the second half. A long touchdown off a kickoff return and a turnover deep in Tennessee High territory. So Science Hill made some adjustments at halftime, and now are in the catbird seat here with an opportunity to go ahead and take the lead. All within just a little bit of more than a minute here in the third quarter. So we'll see if Tennessee High defense can respond.
So under center for only the second time tonight with Anderson deep in the backfield. Anderson will take the handoff, and he will get stonewalled by the Viking front.
Yeah, nothing there. Nice job up front.
Led by number 60, I believe that is Ryan Samora.
Good job in the interior there defensively. Just nowhere to go. Samora did make a nice play there at the defensive tackle position. So second down, and they maybe gave him a half a yard there. They're going to call it 2nd and 9. Back to the shotgun with 2 wide to the right.
They've kind of maintained this look as Anderson's going to try to hit the edge,
Yep.
and he's going to be gone. Anderson will cruise into the end zone, and now the Science Hill Hilltoppers will be up for the second time tonight.
So, yeah, kind of a disastrous start here to the third quarter. But again, long way to go yet. So again, just it's one of those. And anytime you stay around this game long enough, you're going to have these types of situations happen where you have decent momentum, and then all of a sudden a couple bad things happen. Just going to got to be able to respond.
Yep.
So
but you got to roll with the figurative punches and keep going.
Absolutely. As
you got to remember, you were still up 11 points in this game.
Yes, absolutely. So the idea is that to sort of work back to that. As the extra point is good by Lockman. And Science Hill, within 2 minutes, being down 11, now are up 3 with back-to-back scores. And Tennessee High now really in need of a response here on this drive, just to kind of try to get the not only steal the momentum back, but also just kind of calm down and get into this third quarter.
And the Hilltoppers last week, they were only up about 14-0 on Morristown West, and then that lead ballooned to 41 to, I believe the final score was 41 to 10. Mm-hmm. So Hilltoppers may be a second-half team, but we got to respond.
That's right. They've got the ability to be explosive, obviously, but also had some favorable things happen in those last couple of plays. A couple of missed tackles, and then just some of their their athleticism that exists here is just starting to shine. So see, Tennessee High has an opportunity here to respond. Again, have not had an opportunity to get a kick returned here with Lockman's leg being pretty potent. So we'll see as he gets ready to kick it away.
Right here. Looks like that streak's going to continue as that one's towering deep and through the end zone.
So the ball will come out to the 20, and Tennessee High, again, to Micah's point, kind of a little bit of shell shock here to start the third quarter. The crowd got real quiet. Now the real work begins. As Tennessee High built that 11-point lead in the first half, only to have it dashed here in the first 2 minutes. We'll see if we can get a response on this drive here. Again, good mix of run and pass was kind of the bread and butter for Tennessee High here in the first half. They're going to stick with that heavy set with Music and Fagans off to the right.
And it looks like Kenneth Stoniker is back in the game, and he will be met by the Toppers' defensive front for a loss of about 2.
That's number 59. That's Darius Dualukwa, who was in the backfield.
Glad you tried to do that one.
Yep. We'll call him Darius at 5'11", 270, so a stout fellow, and he was definitely in the backfield quickly. We're going to take a little break for an injury timeout here. We'll step aside on the Viking Sports Network. We'll be back here shortly.
Individual effort, dedication, and a positive attitude combined with team spirit are the key elements of winners. The Robinette Company has positions available for people who want to join our winning team of over 400 employees. We proudly provide flexible packaging for many of our nation's finest brands like Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Apply online at robinettejobs.com today. An equal opportunity employer.
At Toyota of Bristol, we know our town is a good place to live, but it's a better place to buy a pre-owned car. From our huge selection to inspections by our factory certified technicians and quality you can trust. We give you more, so let's go places. Shop Toyota of Bristol.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 2nd and 11 for Tennessee High on this drive, second of the half. In first ended in an interception. looking to move the ball on this possession here to kind of reestablish themselves.
Looks like a trips look here. They're going to trade over Harkle Road. Richardson's going to roll to his left. Looks like he's coming back to Bo Utzman. And number 4, Tyler Holder, who had the interception on the previous drive, is going to make a great break on the ball there. And this will bring up a 3rd and about 7.
Think about Holder. We've seen he's a solid tackler. He, when he gets his hands on guys, they don't go much further. Short gain there of about 3, so Tennessee High with a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Again, kind of what we're talking about there with getting Richardson on the edge, giving him a kind of a run-pass option here. So 4 wides on this 3rd down.
Yep, and the Hilltoppers are going to go to, looks like a 3-man front, and they're going to roll their linebackers back into coverage. Richardson's got a lot of time to throw here, and he's going to force this one down to Dane Music, who
couldn't
it looked
quite come
like
up with it.
He had it at first, but just got away from him.
It's a nice throw on a line, where only Music could get it. Had Harkler there as well, so it really had 2 options. That one just kind of looks like initially looked like Music had it. It's a good throw right where it needed to be, just a little bit out of Music's reach. He couldn't snag it, so that's going to lead to a Tennessee High punt as Richardson sets back deep.
And it looks like they're going to call a timeout, and
so Tennessee High
there.
Didn't quite have the right personnel on the field, so we'll step aside with them here. We'll get a few words from our sponsors. We'll be back here shortly for this punt here from Tennessee High.
In Bristol, Viking athletics are more than just games. They're our community. They're our pride.
And here at Johnny Brusco's, we're proud to be part of the same team.
Whether it's after a big win or just dinner with friends, Johnny Brusco's is where we come together.
We're honored to support Viking athletics and our community.
So when you're hungry, make the call we always make.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Game day starts at Johnny Brusco's.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 4th down and 7, the Tennessee High 23-yard line. Richardson back in punt formation. Science Hill's going to get an opportunity to extend their lead here. As well as things went in the first half for Tennessee High, the 3rd quarter in the first 3 minutes, has been just shy of disastrous. Just not been able to move the ball and on that possession, but also an interception and a long kickoff return for Science Hill has kind of stolen the momentum away.
A little confusion as the scoreboard sounds off there, and that's a pretty good punt by Richardson. It looked like it might have gotten a hold of number 12.
Almost touched number 12. Yeah, and I think it
I
might have.
say it did.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the punt turns into a field-flipping 4th down conversion for the Vikings.
So I got a little ahead of myself there, and it did look like it hit the hit the offensive.
Hit the back of his heel there.
Yeah, I think it's the right call.
That's
from what I could see, it looked like it hit off his shoulder pad. So Tennessee High, definitely the beneficiary there of that turnover. So now that moves that ball, as you said, in a field-flipping 1st down scenario, which was just what the doctor ordered for the Vikings. So 1st down and 10, just outside the 30-yard line.
Smith in the backfield. They're going to trade Barron Harkleroad over. They're going to do a little jet sweep to the outside. He's got the edge.
Yeah, turn the corner there.
Picks up a nice gain of about 5 or 6 there.
Harkleroad showing off the wheels. Did a good job of setting up his blocks there and being patient. Got around the corner and picked up about 6. So 2nd down and medium, about 2nd and 4. Again, love these situations offensively when you've got that kind of 2nd and medium because you can just about run anything here.
Yeah.
Just kind of look at what the defense has got going on or what you feel good about.
I'd anticipate just a strong 2nd down run here, but what do I know? Probably pull Fegans into the
got a really wide set, really extremely wide set with the
trade over Bo Utzman, and they're going to fake that jet sweep, give it to Smith, let him power forward, but
flag that came out in the middle of the play. I didn't see anything that looked. They're going to call a hold there. I didn't see anything that really resembled a hold there. It just looked like, unless it was just blocked by what was going on up front, but it is going to cost Tennessee High 10 yards.
That's a tough break going from a 2nd and 4 to a 2nd and 14.
So again, that Science Hill rotating some players into that in the middle of that defense, but definitely some larger guys in the middle there in that kind of front three, a nose tackle and kind of 2 under tackles there.
And they're kind of rolling a true, looks like a 3-2-5.
Mm-hmm.
So, or excuse me, 3-3-5. But kind of just keeping 3 true defensive linemen and then rolling over outside linebackers when needed, as Richardson's going to roll to his left. He's going to have a good sill block, and he's going to tuck this one and keep it.
So Richardson picks up a few. I didn't really have a great view down the field of what was developing there. Just listening to the coaches to our left seemed like
Sounds
they
like
really
a little bit of confusion.
they really wanted him to push that ball downfield. That's what it sounded like. I didn't see that personally, but I don't have the best vantage point from where I'm sitting either. So anyway, Richardson picks up about 3 on that play, so it's going to be about 3rd and 10 here from just outside the 35.
Kind of a tighter doubles look here as they're going to send Harkle-Road in motion, make this trips, and roll Richardson to that side. Maybe look for Harkle-Road on the out route. And they're going to dump it down to Riley Price, and that's going to bring up a first down. So great possession catch by Price and great crossbody throw by Jack Richardson to pick up the first down.
Really strung that play out as long as he could to let his receivers kind of and we got some guys cramping out here. I think it's like that kind of the time of the evening. It was kind of warm on the field at game time. It's really comfortable out here now, but anytime you're down on that turf, it's about 15 to 20 degrees warmer, so I think those guys are starting to feel it. So, again, we'll step aside for a quick injury timeout. We'll be back here shortly. It looks like Tennessee High is going to have a first down.
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now. Learn more at AppalachianOrthopedics.com or scan the QR code.
At Toyota of Bristol, we know our town is a good place to live, but it's a better place to buy a pre-owned car. From our huge selection to inspections by our factory-certified technicians and quality you can trust. We give you more, so let's go places. Shop Toyota of Bristol.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. CJ Manahan alongside Micah Kennedy as Tennessee High. Productive drive. Again, a little bit fluky in the fact that it started with a punt that ended up hitting hitting a Science Hill player, and Tennessee High recovered.
It was meant to be.
Tennessee High with a first down there. Nice play by Richardson. Another friendship first down. Tennessee High now just inside the red zone with Richardson. It looks like Carter Smith in the backfield with him.
And it looks like the toppers are going to roll over one of their outside linebackers, make this a 4-man front. Kind of give straight to Carter Smith, and he'll pick up about, looks like they're going to give him 2.
Yeah. Nice play by the interior of Science Hill's defense there, just not giving a whole lot. But again, Tennessee High content to continue to keep them honest through that middle. Some hard running in there by both Stallnaker and Smith so far this evening. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 18. Richardson and Smith again with 3 wides this time.
Yeah. Bring Dane Music in as the true wingback in this formation. And Richardson's going to snap the ball, and he's going to pull it from Carter Smith. He's got Music into the flat. He's going deep and just out of reach for, I believe that was Riley Price over there.
Price had a little step. He kind of did a little post corner there. Had a step, but that was a really tough throw to try to drop that in. And pretty good coverage there by Science Hill, number 12. Josiah Battle was there.
Just a double move, try to get the corner with Price, and this one falls incomplete.
Yeah, there's really no danger. There's not a bad play by Richardson. It would have had to been a perfect throw, and in that case, he just kind of put it where only his receiver could get it, so no harm done. 3rd and 8 from just inside the 20-yard line. So I think maybe 2 plays here, maybe in field goal range. Hard to say.
I'd say if you get at least 6, you may be in good for field goal range, but
yeah, some confusion there, and it looks like Tennessee High is going to call a timeout, rethink what they're gonna do here on this 3rd and 8. Probably the right call. Make sure you want to definitely want the right play in on this one. So we'll step aside for just a minute. I'll be back here to bring you this 3rd down play from the Stone Castle.
Under the lights of the Stone Castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Bruscos is proud to be part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 3rd down and 8 for Tennessee High. 7 minutes and 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Big play right here. Tennessee High looking to wrestle back some of that momentum that they kind of lost here at the beginning of the 3rd. This would be a big scoring drive if they're able to put points on the board.
Yeah, very wide trips look here as they're going to roll Richardson to this left side, and he may have an angle to keep this one, but he's going to sling it deep, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Looked like he had enough space to be able to take off and run there, but nonetheless, this will bring up a 4th and about 9, so they're going to leave the offense on the field.
Yeah, just about have to go for it here. It'll be about a 35-yard field goal. Not sure exactly how they...
I would say that's not a very manageable field goal, especially for a high school kicker. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Dishner's been pretty consistent on the extra point so far this year, but kind of wonder what the criteria is for when they're going to bring him on for a field goal attempt. But right here, I mean, you're in 4th down, but it's less than 10, so you kind of have to go for it here. It feels like
you have to throw something in the mid-distant category here. Is going to fake it. A little in around to Bo Utzman.
It could be there.
He's got a lot of space, and he's going to cut outside. He's going to cut upfield. Carter Smith's going to get a block for him. And the sophomore is going to put the Vikings back on top. So, a good little reverse play there from Barron Harkle to Bo Utzman, and the Vikings will strike.
I mean, what a play call. On a 4th down double reverse. I mean, goodness gracious. And then just great blocking all the way through. Utzman, once he got the corner, you kind of thought, okay, he's going to get the first down for sure, but he made a couple of nice cuts, a little inside cut there, and got himself into the end zone.
I'll shout it out right now. Carter Smith making a key block at the end there to spring Utzman into the end zone. So good job by the Vikings getting their eyes downfield, good execution, and still a ball game.
Yeah. So, yeah, what a great play. I mean, a highlight play. Nice. Utzman, look at this cut. Outside. And then a nice block right there, cut inside, and a touchdown. Nicely played,
and
all the way through.
He's a receiver now, but when he was in his middle school days, he spent his time as a running back. I had the pleasure of coaching him, and Bo Utzman has some of the best vision of any kid I've ever coached. I mean, he finds space.
Yeah, running back instinct, you can tell right there. Just kind of natural with the ball in his hand. So heck of a play there by Utzman. But really well blocked from the beginning. A gutsy call on 4th down. Obviously you're thinking you're gonna pass that thing and push it downfield, but a little bit of a little trick reverse, and Utzman did the rest. Big time play for the sophomore.
Dishner's gonna try to look to put the Vikings back up by 4.
Big kick here, push the field goal outside the range.
And
ball's down.
This one is tipped. And
I think it made
its way through.
So a little bit of a charmed kick there. Got a little bit of a paw on it, but it did go through. And Tennessee High reclaims the lead, 21-17 here. And we're not even halfway through the quarter yet. As quick as that first half seemed to go, this 3rd quarter seems to be sort of intent on being a long one, but also quite entertaining. So Tennessee High again reclaims the lead. After that long drive, which was aided by a punt that ended up actually being that bounced off the back of a Science Hill player. Tennessee High recovered, and they cashed that in for points. Big time for Tennessee High here as they reclaim the lead about halfway through the 3rd quarter.
And if I'm saying anything right now on that little kickoff huddle, it's keep the ball away from Newberry.
Yeah, absolutely. Might even see more of like a midfield kind of squib kick down the center and just
wouldn't put it in Two's hands again.
Would not. No, that hasn't worked out well in any type of special team situation this evening. So I'm sure that was being discussed. But again, Tennessee High wrapping up and tackling on this these kickoffs. I mean, you don't see kickoff returns go for touchdowns very often, but it's one of those plays that can turn on you really quickly. If one person's out of their lane, it can really bite you, especially if you got a dynamic returner like Newberry back there. So we'll see what Dishner decides to do.
And he's going to boot this one away.
And it's going to go right
Fielded
to him.
right to Newberry, so he's going to take this one, try to bounce it back to the outside.
There's a hole
and
there.
He's got a hole yet again. And
nice
this
return
one's still not a bad return.
Outside the 40-yard line. Science Hill got away with a hold right there. Riley Price got completely mauled on that play, and he just went over to the referee to let him know a little bit about it. But no flag on the play, so it's going to be first down and 10 for Science Hill on the 40-yard line, nose of the 40. So this back-and-forth affair continues to be back and forth. Science Hill out here, and this looks like Mathis and Clement in the backfield. And again, they're going to go under center here in this exchange.
So they did score last time with Anderson in the backfield from the same formation, as they're just going to hand it straight to Mathis. Guard's going to pull, and Frank Reed, and it looks like Isaac Stevens is going to make the tackle right there.
We're about a 5-yard gain there on first down. Second down and 5 as the Science Hill approaches the midfield stripe. Going to stick with Mathis and Clement here in the backfield.
Kind of back to trying to draw the Vikings offsides right there. Vikings do a good job at watching the football. Clement's going to change the play up. And looks like Frank Reed's going on a blitz, and Mathis is going to have the corner. He's going to make a couple moves, and he's going to head down the sideline where he's finally going to be dragged out by Ian Peak at around the 35-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front there, and that led to a nice run by
Mathis.
Yep, by Mathis. So into Vikings territory. Nice kind of back-to-back runs there by Science Hill, and they're going to stick with Mathis and Clement in the backfield, just 2 wides.
Yeah, and completely empty on this other side. Kind of rolling over 2 tight ends. Kind of a trips tight end look to this over side right here.
A little unbalanced.
Yep, and they'll hand to Mathis again, try to get the corner with him.
Not much that time.
And he'll be met by, looks like,
Kai Allison, I believe.
Allison and Frank Reed there.
So not much, minimal gain, about 2.5 yards on that play. Nice job by Tennessee High up front. Walling up. It's going to be second and about 7.5, 8 yards, it looks like.
So after a very pass-heavy first half, it looks like the Toppers kind of reeled it back and decided, hey, maybe we should run the ball a little bit more. As right here they're going to hand to Anderson, and he's going to have great contact balance and power his way for a gain of about 6. So he was met pretty deep in the backfield right there, was able to keep his feet and pick up about 6 right there.
Yeah, initial contact by Fagans looked like it was going to bring him down in the backfield, but he was able to scoot out of that one, broke another tackle as well, and then fell forward almost to, he picked up about 6, it looks like, so maybe third and about 3, 2.5, 3 yards. Same set in the backfield.
And the Vikings will roll up 5. Another give to Anderson. He's got a pretty big lane to run through right here, and he's going to pick up plenty enough for the first down.
Science Hill kind of finding something off that left side here on this drive. They've run several plays that way, coupled with kind of gash yardage. So Tennessee High going to make an adjustment up front. I think they're running some unbalanced line here as well, and they're tending to run to that side. Which
yeah,
is
a little bit
normal.
of a four-surface look.
Looks like they're unbalanced to the left here this time as well.
Kind of more of a true pistol set. They're going to hand to Anderson.
Nice job that time.
There we go.
Frank Reed making the play in the backfield. So, again, adjustments being made by both sides. But, again, to your point, Mike, I think Coach Stacy Carter from Science Hill has decided that they're going to put some big guys up front, and they're going to let their athletic running backs have a crack at this thing. So, I mean, there's been no passes on this drive at all. It's been straight run the ball.
And really, they didn't come out of the half passing really much at all. As right there, they're going to go play action, try to go back, and Clement's going to dump it down to the flat to number 3.
That is Braden
Elliston. First time he's touched the ball today.
Shout out to Braden. His parents were both teachers in the Tennessee High and the Bristol, Tennessee City School System for years. Shout out to Mike and Dorothy. Worked with those guys for several years. Coached some ball with Mike back in the day. So 3rd down and 3, looks like. Again, kind of one of those third and manageables here.
Yeah, and again, Topper's looking to keep 2 tight ends in the game. They're going to hand to Mathis. Cooper Boer is going to meet him first, but Mathis is going to drive his way forward.
It's going to be right at the sticks here.
And, yep.
Maybe going to be just shy. Looks like they're going to mark it as 4th down, 4th. Well, actually,
huge.
Or not. They had it marked as 4th down,
okay.
and the referee umpire stepped in and said, nope, it's 1st down.
And this is where you kind of see the benefits of having a lot more athletes on your team, as the Toppers just rotated a whole different group, including linemen.
Yeah, we're talking about just sheer numbers here in that aspect. So, again, we're going to look like a traditional I formation.
Right there. So they're going to hand to Anderson. He's going to make a move up in the middle. He's going to break a couple of tackles, and he's going to drive his way down inside the 5. So Anderson is kind of their more powerful running back, and he's had a lot of success early in this second half.
Yeah, kind of one of those old black and blue division style drives here. You know, line them up and come straight off the ball and see if we can get guys to move, and that's what Science Hill's done on this drive. We've got another injury on the field. We're going to step away for just a minute. We'll be back here shortly to bring you the rest of this drive. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Under the lights of the Stone Castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Brusco's is proud to be part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now. Learn more at AppalachianOrthopedics.com or scan the QR code.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Handoff to Anderson, and it looks like he is going to plow into the end zone. And so this back and forth affair, as we said, is continuing on that tilt as Anderson drops in another 6 for Science Hill. Extra point upcoming.
Yeah, and they're going to look to, looks like they're going to, oh, never mind. I thought they were going to keep their offense on the field there. Try to get this one out of field goal.
Science Hill looking to push this out to a 3-point lead with the extra point.
And it's up and through.
Yeah. Looks like that is going to take place. So Tennessee High now, back on the flip side, took a 4-point lead. Science Hill with a nice, pretty physical drive right there that pushed the ball down the field. And they now reclaim the lead 24-21. Just to tick over 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And that's crazy. It feels
like this quarter has lasted forever.
I agree.
Yeah. But I think that's just more of a testament to how quickly that first half went. So Tennessee High again, with going to be tested here, an opportunity to respond with this offensive possession. Again, still a lot of football to be played. We got over about 15 minutes left of clock time left in this game, so a lot of things can happen. This second half has been quite the seesaw affair. So Tennessee High set to receive, again, yet to return a kickoff with the big-legged Carter Lockman from Science Hill booting these into the end zone regularly.
And I would say that trend would probably continue here.
The safe money would be on that for sure. So anyway, since we have a minute, I'm being texted by my significant other that my mother-in-law, Laura Morse, would really appreciate a shout-out since she's listening here this evening, so we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. Give me a few brownie points with the mother-in-law there for sure in that case. Jim Morse as well, great guy. My father-in-law as well, I think, is listening and has been down to Cookeville and back today. So.
And I'm going to go ahead and shout out that it is your birthday tomorrow.
Well, and it was your birthday yesterday, so we all know this. So happy birthday to Micah. I'm looking forward to a little birthday celebration tomorrow as well. Be 45 years old tomorrow.
There you go.
So, yeah, just one day older, but hopefully one day wiser as well.
That's the second Jordan year.
Right. That's excellent. I'm gonna steal that one. So, as we predicted, into the end zone for a touchback, and Tennessee High takes over at their 20. We have seen players from both sides struggling with some cramps here in the second half. So I think that warming up on down on the hot field, I think, definitely takes a toll. This has been a pretty physical game too. So we just kind of keep an eyeball on that. It's not an uncommon thing by any stretch, but certainly can be a little bit debilitating as you get closer to the end of these games. Guys start to wear down. So Tennessee High back at it, 2 wides, and that maybe Stolnaker back in the backfield there.
Yeah, they'll bring Stolnaker back into the game. Had a good run earlier, as they're going to hand it to him here. And after that first push there by Stolnaker and that big first long run, the Toppers have been pretty stout in the middle there.
Yeah, they made some adjustments to bring in some bigger bodies to the center of that defense. And that's just kind of how that, and again, any team that's worth their salt when they're struggling in a certain scenario, they're gonna adjust. Both sides have done that this evening. So see what Tennessee High has to offer here on this drive. Now that they're down 3, we get a short yard, just a short gain of about a yard there on that first down play.
And you really see how cramps have kind of been affecting this game, as a lot of players on the Tennessee High side have been pulling up here late with cramps as they're going to try to hit the edge with Stolnaker. He's going to make a good cut through the middle.
Nice
little contact finish there. And again, just
reaching down for that
see
leg.
the cramping.
Yeah. Nice run.
Place.
Picked up about 7 there, so it's going to be a 3rd and pretty manageable here. 3rd and about 3. So again, we'll see what Tennessee High does. This is kind of that 3rd and medium area where you can do pretty much anything. Like I said, I've been a fan of trying to get Richardson on the edge here because he's been able to get. He hasn't really run the ball.
He hasn't ran it really at all today.
But I think the threat of that certainly puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And in a situation where you only got 3 yards to go, seems like a situation where that may be something that they might be thinking about. But again, they're going to go with a really tight set here and again, Tennessee High is going to end up using their final timeout.
Ooh, and that's kind of tough. Still another quarter to go here.
Yeah, a quarter to go.
Just use their final timeout.
So no way to stop the clock here in this scenario going forward. But anyway, we'll step aside. 55 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network.
Under the lights of the Stone Castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Brusco's is proud to be part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 3rd down and short here for Tennessee High. Big play here, it feels like. Again, they did use their last timeout, so we got a quarter to go. Tennessee High has no more ability to stop the clock in that particular capacity. So it just feels like a big play here.
They've kind of gone really tight here, as they're going to trade over to the tight end right there, and they're going to pull Fagans in the backfield, and Carter Smith is going to plow his way for a 1st down. So good, strong run right there. Good wrap by Preston Fagans to get on the linebacker.
Yeah,
I believe I called him his brother Peyton, but
I'm sure he wouldn't be offended. Peyton, a longtime great here at Tennessee High as well. Also had a really nice career. He's both a running back and defensive back. Excellent player for the Vikings. Preston is the big little brother. Right?
Yeah,
seen that
big little brother. That's for sure.
A couple of different occasions. So 3 wides here. 30 seconds after that friendship 1st down.
Yeah, it's right here. Kind of a true wing with Dane Music. They're going to fake it, sneak Music into the flat here. He's got a little bit of room, but he was able to catch up because Richardson kind of had to just step up and loft it to him in the pocket there.
Nice job by the defensive end there to kind of keep contained. I think Richardson's arm maybe even got hit here. Didn't really have much ability to get that ball out, or maybe even got tipped.
Yeah, just kind of didn't have the zip to get it out to Music for him to create some space there.
All right, that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's been a back-and-forth affair, seesaw, pretty action-packed as Science Hill leads Tennessee High 24-21. Tennessee High 2nd down as we come back. We'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network to bring you 4th quarter action.
Who's that dog? It's Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship. Dog knows cars and dog knows deals. That's why dog runs Friendship. You let that dog run that store? Not just one, he runs a bunch more. Friendship Dog, get off that car. Go sniff out some deals. No one beats this dog you see. It's Friendship's best price guarantee. Who's that dog? It's Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship.
Under the lights of the Stone Castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Brusco's is proud to be part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Tennessee High, 2nd and 11 as we start the fourth quarter. 1 first down on this drive so far. Let's see if Tennessee High is able to continue that. 2 wides to the short side of the field here. It's an interesting set.
Yeah, kind of a heavier bunch set here. Kind of just a really quad stack here as they're going to try to hit the edge with Carter Smith, and he's going to have a little bit of something here. And he'll pick up a gain of about 4.
Good blocking there, and Smith did a good job of planting that foot and getting upfield. So it's going to be, again, kind of 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6, 6.5 maybe. So again, kind of a passing down here, but we'll see. Yeah, they're actually going to re-spot that. So he got a full 5 yards there. It looks like. So it's going to be more like 3rd and 5. Or really got about 6 or 7. So it looks like it's more going to be like 3rd and 5. So here we go. Getting set.
And
3
again,
wides.
We've been talking so far. Haven't really seen Richardson keep it as much tonight. We've been wondering if that's going to be soon. As right here, just a straight drop back look, kind of try to hit this out route before he even had his back turned, and Harkle Road just wasn't ready for it.
That was a really spot throw, and it was. That's a really good observation there, Micah, and the fact that ball was released before Harkle Road even got out of his break. You can see it here out in the stadium.
Just a comeback, and Harkle Road's probably just surprised it's there as quick as it is.
Right through his hands. Would have been a first down, so unfortunate play there for the Vikings. Really nice throw by Richardson to put that on the spot.
And I would almost anticipate that the Toppers are just going to keep this thing on the ground. They've had success so far in the second half. Try to run this clock out as much as possible, and that kick is going to get out of bounds quick, and we'll see where we spot this thing here.
Wow. Okay, now he's working his way back up.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Are they triangulating this thing? I'm not exactly sure. He's still walking.
I'm not really sure what's going on
He's still walking.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So it's going to end up yeah, it did get out of bounds pretty quickly. So it's going to end up at the 42-yard line. As I've stated before, I don't know exactly if how they teach that in referee school when in those situations like that. How they know where that ball went out of bounds.
The ball went out.
So it's one of those great football mysteries about how that is actually brought forth. Maybe somebody can give me some insight on that.
So Topper's keeping a pistol too tight look here. They're going to hand it to Anderson. Anderson's going to try to hit the edge, and he runs pretty angry.
Yeah.
And he's going to pick up a gain of about 6.
Yeah, he steps through multiple tackles on that play. Looked like he might have been brought down in the backfield. So we have an official's timeout. We will step aside for just a second, and we'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network.
Under the lights of the Stone Castle, Viking pride shines.
And Johnny Brusco's is proud to be part of every moment.
From big wins to family dinners, it's where we come together.
Johnny Brusco's, we're on your team.
At Toyota of Bristol, we know our town is a good place to live, but it's a better place to buy a pre-owned car. From our huge selection to inspections by our factory-certified technicians and quality you can trust. We give you more, so let's go places. Shop Toyota of Bristol.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 2nd and about 4 after that run from Anderson. We've got a new running back in there. Looks like maybe his first action of the evening, number 17, Marcus Jones.
Looks like he's listed as a wide receiver / defensive back. As Clement's going to take a deep shot down here to Newberry. And
pass is overthrown.
Harkle Road's going to run step for step with him. So good coverage by Harkle Road, not caught sleeping right there.
Yeah. It was really almost a throwaway. Harkle Road was step for step with Newberry in that case, and really Clement just kind of put that out there to see if Newberry could run under it. So anyway, 3rd down and 4, right here, right about midfield. Then Newberry's off the field after making that run, so he is not on the field here currently. So this would be more likely a running play, I would think, with him off the field.
I would watch your tight end into the flat right here, but they're going to go right back under center and blow this one dead. So it looked like they were going to go play action. Maybe they didn't like what they saw at first. There's a flag down. So false start. Okay, so that'll move them back. That's a good thing.
Back to 9.
Way harder, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. So they were going to go play action on that play, it looks like. But now that backs them up to almost a full 3rd and 10. His ball is on the other side of the hash, so it's almost a full 10 yards.
And you really see, again, substitution playing a key role in these later stages of the game. As Science Hill, I mean, I'd be willing to say they have about a 20 to 25 player advantage here in this one.
Every bit of that. Every bit. So, again, short.
Clement's going to go under center. He's going to go play action. He's got a man down the field, but Riley Price has a good adjustment.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to break open. Number 15 there, Jackson, who's caught a couple of passes this evening. It was kind of an out route a little further down the field. But Price, really, you're right, he made a really nice adjustment, recognizing what was going on, and was stride for stride with Jackson there. So that's going to lead to a punt. Tennessee High's defense stiffens. They're going to get the ball back here with an opportunity to take back the lead.
Back deep to return yet again, Bo Utzman, who scored on that really nice kind of misdirection play just a moment ago. Utzman, again, had a good return
High
last
snap.
week.
That
one is blocked, and
great special teams play.
The coaches next to us are loving it.
And they came close in the earlier stage of getting a hand on a punt, but this one was a high snap, and there was kind of a jailbreak back there. I think who was actually responsible for the punt block
it
there?
Looked like Cooper Boer. Yeah. I don't want to be so certain. I want to give whoever made that play their rightfully deserved flowers.
Huge play there.
That is a huge play late in this or early in this fourth quarter.
Tennessee High takes over in Science Hill territory at the 30-yard line, so a big flip of the field. Tennessee High making a play on that special teams.
Right here, they're gonna fumble it. Stoneker's gonna pick it back up, but
it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Get a big play, and then all of a sudden that momentum is squandered right there because of a botched snap. It's just a low snap. I don't think really Richardson had. Yeah, it was really low and off to his right, so not a whole lot he could do. So it ends up being a loss of about 5. So we're going to end up with 2nd and 15. Just the one thing that you didn't want in that scenario. But Tennessee High's going to have to adjust now. We're going to go 4 wides. See if they try to push this ball down the field.
So again, the Toppers kind of rolling over their outside linebackers and even an inside linebacker here. They're going to keep a 4-man rush. Anderson coming off the backside, unblocked.
Oh,
and
that ball's loose.
Pop free. Picked up by Stoneker. So, shoo-wee.
Wow, what a scenario. And looks like we've got an injury on the field. So we will step away for a short minute, and we'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network.
Who's that dog? It's Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship. Dog knows cars and dog knows deals. That's why dog runs Friendship. You let that dog run that store? Not just one, he runs a bunch more. Friendship Dog, get off that core. Go sniff out some deals. No one beats this dog you see. It's Friendship, best price guarantee. Who's that dog? It's Friendship Dog. He's the king of friendship.
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now. Learn more at AppalachianOrthopedics.com or scan the QR code.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. Gannon Meyer now into the game as quarterback, as Richardson went off with what looks like he walked off under his own power, so hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, kind of a true bunch formation here. They're just going to try to gain something back, kind of a draw play back to Stonecker.
Yeah, this is going to lead to a punt very likely from this scenario. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's 4th down and about 20. I don't know exactly what you do in this case. Not too many plays in the playbook for 4th and 20 from the 35-yard line. Not going to gain much with a punt here.
No, but
at the same point, you may want to try to pin them back deep, but they're going to.
It looks like they are going to go for it.
Offense is staying on the field. See what they decide to do here.
So again, the freshman in a crucial 4th down play here early in this 4th quarter, as he's going to drop back and he's going to dump.
He had him. Oh, it was going to be a little short anyway, but it was actually a pretty good route. Not a bad throw, just a little bit off on the timing. But I'd say that Meyer stepped up and threw that one with conviction, but it ends up out of bounds, and Science Hill now takes over with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the 4th, and clinging to a 3-point lead. It's a good little throw by Meyer, just a little bit high.
Just a little bit high and a little bit outside.
But anyway,
I mean, coming off the
bench
cold. I mean.
Said threw it with conviction, threw it with confidence. That's all you can ask. So you expect now that Anderson, who's had some pretty good success here in the second half, is going to get quite a few touches.
As the Vikings, Anderson going to follow that pulling guard, and he's going to power his way.
He just does not go down.
Turning those legs. That's just something that's tough for anybody to tackle. It's one thing to meet these guys at the line of scrimmage, but when you meet them and all of a sudden you see those knees drive to their chest, it's hard to get them down to the ground.
Yeah, Anderson, like I said, he's a solid 200 pounds, pretty thick in the lower body, and a guy that runs with authority. So he's just not going to go down with first contact.
Yeah. I think of Roger Craig when I think of people who, when they're met with contact, just keep driving forward. Right there, they're going to hand to Anderson again. He's going to make a cut back inside, and he's going to look to be right at the 1st down marker.
A Roger Craig reference. Got to love that. That's some football history there. Long-time San Francisco 49er, had 1,000 yards receiving and 1,000 yards rushing in a single season back when people weren't doing that. And got a little special place for Roger Craig, as he played some of his twilight years up for the Minnesota Vikings, where I had the opportunity to watch him when I was a kid. So, big Roger Craig fan. We got some more cramping on the field.
Well, another Minnesota reference, I mean, talking about just guys who drive their knees up to their chest. Adrian Peterson, that's one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, guys that just run angry.
He ran angry, for sure. He was really a pleasure to watch for the years that he was there. A guy that came back from injury on a couple of occasions. I'll never forget that same season he came back and it was back within 9 months from multiple ligament tears in his knee, and then ran for over 2,000 yards.
Yeah, I got to see him in the twilight of his career at the Titans. So,
yeah,
just
a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're back to action here. 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go. 1st down for Science Hill.
Looks like they're going to bring Frank Reed, try to match over here, but Mathis is going to get to the outside. They are going to have a hold, so this one's going to come back. But
nice tackle there by Peak as well, but that's going to be a hold. Yep. Price was certainly politicking for it, and he got the call, but it was the right one. He definitely was held on the inside there. So that is going to move Science Hill back, and we're going to be in this kind of...
It's a pretty big call right there, too.
Significant in terms of what not only field position, but, now 10 yards behind the sticks. Both teams have kind of struggled with this a little bit this evening, but Science Hill's been in multiple situations where they've been in 1st and long, 2nd and long, even 3rd and long. So we'll see if they open this thing up, although they only got 2 wides on the field right now.
Yeah, kind of just maintaining that true pistol look with Anderson, and I guess they like what they see with him, but they're going to try to hit a little hitch route to Newberry. Peak is going to be there. He's trying to get the ball, but good recognition by Peak for the 2nd time this game. He saw Newberry break early, and he was able to wrap him up before he got going downhill.
Picked up about 6 or 7, so we're looking at 2nd and about 13. as we tick under 8 minutes to go. This is one of those scenarios where I would not be shocked if Science Hill tried to push this down the field here.
No, and I would be watching Newberry. Certainly, it looks like they're going to try to get the ball to him. Maybe they'll sneak Anderson out, but they're going to hand it to Anderson. Kind of a delayed little draw there, and he's going to pick up the penalty yardage. But this is going to bring up a third and about
third and
about 9.5.
Yep. So let's see if Tennessee High tries to heat Clement up here. They've had some in the first half, especially had some really good success getting pressure on the quarterback in these third down, especially in the third down and longs. So we'll see what Viking defensive staff cooks up here. It's kind of heavy package. Looks like we're going to bring Price off the edge.
Yeah, and look for Newberry right here as he's looking that way. Clement's going to step up. He's going to finally take off.
No, he's not going to get it.
And he's not going to get it. This is going to bring up a 4th and about 4. And I wonder if the Hilltoppers will stay on the field for this one.
This is interesting because it's kind of in one of those danger areas. If you don't get this, then you turn the ball right back over to Tennessee High at midfield. Again, Science Hill with just a 3-point lead. They're in that kind of scenario where you could certainly justify punting this away, but also it's kind of in that no man's land area.
Yeah, and you had your last one blocked. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's a fair point. So maybe a little skittish to try to punt this away under that circumstance. We also could see the old pooch kick here from the.
Well, they faked the pooch kick and went to a little halfback out route there early in the first quarter, if you recall.
So it's in the playbook.
This one over.
Yeah, I think they're going to put the brain trust together here and see if they can figure out exactly how they want to approach this. So 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 4th down. We'll be back here shortly on the Viking Sports Network to bring it to you.
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now. Learn more at AppalachianOrthopedics.com or scan the QR code.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 4th and 4 here. Science Hill look like maybe they're going to try to draw Tennessee High off.
Doesn't work.
Does not work. Tennessee High.
Look to the sideline here.
So now they're going to go back to it. Try it again. Nothing there.
So good discipline so far by the Vikings.
It looks like maybe they're going to take a delay a game here and then push this back 5 yards and then kick it away. That is the call. It's kind of a conservative call, but I understand it as well. You're in that area of the field where if you don't get this, you're turning it right back over to a Tennessee High squad with momentum that's going to be right at midfield. So I would assume we're going to see a punt away here in this case. As Science Hill's now used actually just used one timeout, but they are going to be penalized. They're 4th and 9. Now they're staying on the field, which is kind of wild. Tennessee High has no timeouts, so they're going to punt it away. The old pooch kick. Smart play.
And this one's going to take a favorable Tennessee High bounce.
Tennessee High is going to take over with about just outside the 20-yard line. So, again, another good defensive stop by Tennessee High, keeping them in the game. One drive away here from possibly taking the lead. We'll see. And Richardson is back in the game, so took a pretty good hit on that rollout, but he seems to be none the worse for the wear.
Anderson just came unblocked on that one. That was just a tough one. But Richardson able to shake it off.
They're going to go with 4 wides here. Again, this is where they saw the success against Elizabeth and was out of these sets here.
Yeah, and Stoneker's the back in the backfield yet again. And they're going to hand to Stoneker. Remember, strong run early. Right there, he's going to be met pretty early at the line of scrimmage, though.
It's been bottled up since. Science Hill, the interior, their defense has done a good job of holding Tennessee High's run game down since that. There was a couple of early breakdowns, I think, but Tennessee High also did a good job of paving some lanes open. But the adjustment made in the interior has definitely worked.
Yeah, and just not a strong enough push. I believe we read off, was there a 6'6", 290 guy
Yeah,
up there?
yeah.
I mean, that's just
Good-sized fellows
that's
up
hard
front.
when we got 5'11", 230 maybe. As right here, Richardson's just going to go to a straight drop back. He's going to sling this one into Harkle Road. And that'll be a pickup of about 3, so, more than that.
Yeah,
Give him about 6.
So it's going to be kind of a third and medium here, 3rd and 4. Nice patience there by Richardson to kind of let that open up, and Harkler did a good job of coming back to the ball. So 3rd down and about, actually it's going to be about 3rd and 5, so that was kind of more of a shorter gain on that, about 3 or 4 yards. So 3rd and 5, big play here for Tennessee High.
Yeah. Tennessee High, true doubles look as Science Hill is going to send one of their outside linebackers. He's got Music.
Yes,
Music's got it.
nice play.
And good hands by Dane Music on a key 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, excellent combo block there, too, on the pass rush. We ended up having a kind of a free rusher, but looked like Cobian and Stolnicker were able to kind of wall that off and gave Richardson enough time to push that ball downfield.
Good job getting space on the edge and holding that in. I know how hard of a block that is.
Yeah. Big
especially
play there.
without a hold.
So Friendship first down for Tennessee High as they approach midfield. And Richardson continues to spread the defense out with 4 wides.
And again, the Toppers trying to sneak in their outside linebackers into coverages. He's going to go down to Utzman. Utzman's going to hold on, and another 1st down.
Beautifully done. Yep, I think Harkroad was the initial read. He came off of that one and was able to find Utzman kind of in the middle of that defense. Nice play there. And another Tennessee High, Friendship first down. Ticking down towards 4 minutes to go, so we're late here in the 4th quarter in what has been a spectacular game, really, from top to bottom. It's had a little bit of everything. Special teams plays on both sides, some long touchdowns, some tough running. Everything has been working for both sides in this ball game.
Right here, just going to hand off to Stoniker, and he's going to bust through, and he's going to have a great 1st down run. You can't ask for much more on 1st down than 5 or 6 yards.
Tough run in there by Stolnaker. Is going to pick up about half that yardage, about 5 yards on 1st down. Love that. Love to be in that 2nd and 5 yard area.
Yeah. I mean, when we've consistently been in 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, I mean, it's great when you have a 2nd and 5.
No doubt. No doubt. So see what Tennessee High decides to do here on 2nd down. Like I said, can really kind of do anything, but they're going to stick with this 4 wides, and I think it's been good kind of stretching this Science Hill defense out a little bit more.
And I think it's proven you have speed out in space. You can match them there. But with size, it's going to be a harder bargain. As
Going deep.
Richardson's going real deep.
Ooh, nice
tried to
play.
go to Bo Utzman on the backside. And I think if he had a little bit more on that one, Utzman might have been able to run under it. But
he had a
again,
step.
that's a chance you can take on 2nd and 5. I mean,
Sure.
You're in 4 down territory, though,
Yeah.
for sure, especially this late in the game.
2 downs to pick up 5 yards, and that was a nice play there defensively by Marcus Jones. Number 17 was in the vicinity. But Utzman did have a step, but Jones did a good job of staying in that passing lane. What I've noticed here is this box has gotten really light.
Yes.
5 and 6 man boxes pretty regularly.
You still have 290 at 6'6" there. As Richardson's going to roll to his right, he's going to step up there. It looks like they're going to.
Oh, he's got Music deep.
It's
off his hands. Would have been a touchdown.
They did call a hold.
But it looks
though,
like
so
there's
this one's coming back.
Looks like there's a flag on the field. Man, that was a heck of a throw by Richardson there too. That was spot on to Music. It looks like there's going to be. Looks like it's going to be all for naught anyway. So the referee is talking to the Science Hill sideline in terms of what they want to do with this penalty. It's going to be 4th down.
Either got 1 chance at 5 or 2 chances at 15. They're going to decline it.
Oh, interesting.
So they're saying the Vikings can't pick up
So
5 here.
4th and 5 rather than a 3rd and 15. That's a bold move. Well, now it looks like they're going to accept it. They thought twice about it. The line marker is going all the way back to 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And I could be wrong. I didn't know you could come back on your decision there.
Yeah. Well, maybe the referee jumped the gun there as well.
Okay.
That can happen as well.
So I would expect a lot of space, and I would expect maybe coming back to that comeback route that narrowly missed earlier.
All right, so now this kind of changes the complexion, but you still have 2 downs. So we'll see if the kind of an intermediate passing route is really what Tennessee High tries to do here.
Richardson's going to try to roll around this edge. He's got.
That actually had some legs. If Music could have caught that when he was kind of in a bubble, it would have picked up at least probably 7 or 8 yards there. Would have made this a much more manageable 4th down. Now 4th and 15.
Yeah,
3 minutes ago, this is a crucial play.
Tough right here too, because if you remember, the Vikings have no timeouts remaining. So
this is kind of it right here. 1 first down will probably ice the game in that aspect. So we'll see. See if in this case, if they just drop Richardson straight back and then just try to have him push the ball down the field here. It's hard to do that on the run.
Hard to do that, yes, but I would say that's what you should do here. As Anderson.
Coming
backside and
just short. I like that play call because if you sneak Music out there and there's nobody there, he's still running. But good play there by the Science Hill defense, and they're able to chop him down. So now you're kind of in that tough spot where there's 3 minutes to go, no timeouts. So obviously a first down pretty much ends this thing. So Tennessee High's defense got to play strong, but again, no ability to stop the clock here.
And Toppers are going to roll with Mathis. Anderson kind of was the anticipated back for me personally, trying to drain the clock, but they're going heavy. True Bristol trying to draw the Vikings offsides, get a cheap little 5 here. But now they're going to run it straight downhill to Mathis. He's going to make a move to the outside. He's going to make another
nice
move.
Play
and
by
Dane Music is going to tackle him for a loss of about 3. So it looked like at first Mathis was going to have the edge, but Dane Music downhill quick, and Toppers have themselves a 2nd and 12. So
he's made a couple of really nice tackles in that capacity this evening, coming up from the defensive back spot. And Mathis, if he got the corner turn there, I'm not sure there was anybody there to stop him. But a really nice play there by Music, and we end up now with a 2nd and 12. And again, the clock will continue to run, so Science Hill is in no hurry. They'll probably run this play clock down to under 5 before they snap it. Tennessee High's still got to continue to make tackles here. Now they're going to run out of time. Yeah,
Ooh.
I think that was a delay. Yeah.
So it's a tough break because the clock stops on a delay.
Yeah,
game,
so that's exactly the last.
That helps the Vikings out a little
bit. They're going to award them a timeout. Okay. So back judge threw it, but I think maybe we did get a timeout first. So we'll step aside for just a minute. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Science Hill clinging to a 24-21 lead over Tennessee High.
Injuries don't wait. Why should you? At Appalachian Orthopedics, we're proud to offer access to an orthopedic specialist whenever you need it. Simply walk into any of our orthopedic urgent care clinics, call for a same-day appointment, or connect with an orthopedic specialist 24/7, 365 days a year for free virtual support through OrthoCare Now. Learn more at AppalachianOrthopedics.com or scan the QR code.
Welcome back to the Viking Sports Network. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock. Clock stopped there with a Science Hill timeout. 2nd and 12 as they're trying to salt this game away. 1 first down would do it.
So the Vikings are going to roll up a ton in the box, and they're just going to try to hit a little kind of inside zone to Anderson, and Anderson is going to drive his way for a first down, and that should probably do this one away here. So just a hard run by Anderson, getting downhill, and
credit to him for sure. And then as Science Hill now goes into victory formation.
That's unfortunate, but I'll say this. I kind of made the reference earlier, the Rocky reference, kind of just rolling with the punches. The last 2 weeks, the Vikings have been really counted out. I mean, people probably saw and said, they're going to get smacked here, but they've really rolled with the punches. And in Rocky, if you remember, he didn't win.
That's right.
He did not win. That's correct. The point was just going the distance, and they went the distance very well, and then some.
Yeah,
the past couple weeks.
The last 6 quarters that this group has played has been. I think that not only are they starting to figure some things out, you can definitely see the confidence level is there. And again, playing a really tough opening schedule with at Westridge, a team that's at the same level as Science Hill in terms of enrollment. and then also a tough Elizabethton team in the middle. These last 2 weeks have been certainly encouraging as Tennessee High starts their conference schedule next week with a trip down to Newport to play Cott County. So assuming everybody gets through this one healthy, I think there's hopefully a chance that there's going to be some guys that haven't played yet this year that are going to get an opportunity. One guy standing out amongst the crowd is Elijah Plumbar. If he's going to be healthy enough to play, that would be a huge thing for Tennessee High. But also it's given these sophomore running backs an opportunity to really kind of start to shine. So shout out to Stoneacre and Smith, who had really good games this evening.
And Bo Utzman, who also scored the touchdown.
Absolutely. So sophomore class quite strong when it comes down to this, but also Jack Richardson continues to play well. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Speaking of, we will be down in Newport to bring you guys live stream audio from Tennessee High's first conference game next week. So make sure that you join us here on the Viking Sports Network as Tennessee High goes on the road to try to find their first victory of the season. 3 pretty tough games to start the year, but character builders. They're all non-conference games. The season really begins next Friday. So stick with us here. Micah, shout out to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you as well.
I appreciate that back coming my direction. Tennessee High comes up just short this evening in what was really a kind of a wild back-and-forth game in the second half. Science Hill takes the victory 24-21. So appreciate everybody that's joined us out here in YouTube land on the Viking Sports Network. I'm CJ Manahan alongside Micah Kennedy signing off, as always, Viking Pride.